Good evening and welcome to another beautiful Tuesday of Scram, Jett. We're a different type of veteran show. We're a little bit more of a redirection, focus on hobbies, entrepreneurship, and all these different type of things that give you a little bit more sense of a mission after the service. Otherwise, we just sit around and bullshit. So,
pretty much.
Yeah. We had so Clint Sherb last week from Gruntworks. That was an amazing guest. We went for 2.5 hours.
That was
and
another
almost an hour after we went off air, just BS and talking about veteran-owned small businesses and habits and hobbies, successful veterans, and it was good stuff. I did not record it because it was more of a private conversation between all of us, but you got to see 2.5 hours of it. So, welcome to another Tuesday, the 27th of July. Bro, we were way past the middle of the year. Does everybody realize that already?
Yes.
Dude, holy crap. I'm like, whoa, slow, like pushing back in the water, like chill out, like going a little too fast for me, but got kids and things to do. So welcome everyone. What?
No, that phrase sounded really weird.
Why? What do you mean? What do you oh, he's not even paying attention.
Don't pay attention.
All right, what's going on, Mr. Michael J. Boyles? Ozzy in the house already. Hell yeah, I like that for sure. Combat Cricket checking in. Hello, mother. Our network mother. I'll give you that. So
yeah.
Stormy clouds
network
and rains, beautiful
mommy.
Day.
Well,
yeah,
actually, Gammon was telling me that he might not be able to make it tomorrow night for the Crossroads because of the rain and everything he's getting. It's just jammed up his work and his everything else. So,
holy shit.
Yeah.
It's been rough around here. All right, intros. Oh, sigh. Come on, man.
He did it this week, though, so he's catching on.
No, huh?
Hey, I'm a little slow. Ask Felix. Me and him were gaming today, and I'm like, what?
He was texting me about it. We'll get into that for sure.
But Uncle Si, Dave here, Army, National Guard, Army Reserves, active duty, deployed a couple times, old school, Black Boot Army. Just another Tuesday night hanging out, trying not to melt.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll get into that too, for sure. What's going on, John? Cuddling Kitten, what's going on this week with you out there in old fabulous Las Vegas, at least for the short time now, huh?
So news on that, move has been pushed back to October because TMO is so backed up. So they can't move or shit.
Military efficiency, not
like joy.
Well, nobody moved last year, so everybody that's moving is moving now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And
Everything's backed
frozen. Up. My internet is stupid.
Hey, yo, this is my dad's joke. This is a dad joke from my dad. Less than 5 months till Christmas, just saying.
Oh, I can't wait till fall and winter. I hate summer.
It's ma. Norman Bates said mother. Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Sauce Boss, are you there with us or here?
I can hear you guys. I don't know if you can actually see me.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
okay,
all
cool.
5x5.
Felix Irving, Sauce Boss, retired aircraft maintainer, did structural maintenance on all our bombers. I'm official beekeeper, worked a little bit of U-2s, everything else deployed. Made homestead here in South Dakota after I retired out of Ellsworth Air Force Base. And I am back after I retired out of Ellsworth Air Force Base, and where I was stationed with Jenny on the block here. She was out there rolling, but back in the day, she was a little airman. But now doing it up in the Jett shop. And I loved everything I did. Kind of rolled into doing a bunch of other jobs in manufacturing and
so you
like
never
that.
were stationed with me or anything?
I'm not there yet. I've after I retired, I rolled into some other manufacturing jobs. I went back to school to be a machinist because my boy over here, Webb, that I was also stationed with, got the job that I wanted to do in the Air Force. Then I figured out I didn't want to do it. I liked what I did better in the Air Force wise, because I actually got to work on planes a little more. Or a lot more, like actually on the jet.
Go ahead and pull them stop screws, bro.
Hey, I'm not talking about stuck screws, but anyway.
That's when they show up.
You know,
After,
I'm not
like,
talking about
2
stuff
hours
too. I'm talking
later.
about, you know,
With tools.
when big shit and everything breaks. But anyway, no. Now I rolled into, as everyone knows, barbecue sauce, rolling my own sauce and seasoning company, rolling out, trying to spread positivity through my love of food. We got a lot of big things happening, and I'll tell you guys about that at the top of the hour.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Welcome back, brother. It's looking a little bit better. I bet you can't wait till you get like Starlink, right? That's what you're waiting on.
Dude, I hate it. I have these pods that are all around my house. It makes my whole house a Wi-Fi, and
Mesh,
you literally
yeah.
mesh. So you bounce from whatever room you're in. You bounce to that pod, and it's really cool. But but the cool thing is, it does give you the ability to like take things off. So like if I'm gaming, I got like turn all this other shit off. Cameras got these indoor cameras, outdoor cameras never get turned off. And printer, computers, phones, and stuff like that. And with this, I was like, oh shit, I gotta turn shit off.
Isolate your bandwidth, man. You don't want everything sharing bandwidth with you when you're trying to do something, for sure.
Yeah. So I can't wait. Supposedly, it's just started in the middle of the year, as you said. And that's the notice we got from Starlink that we will be getting it between the middle and the end of the year. So nice. It's $100 a month for wireless high-speed internet. So it will literally, I watched a YouTube video. This guy went from, and don't quote me on this, 'cause I'm shitty with numbers and all this other megabits. But pretty much he had like 40. And when he got Starlink and he did the speed test, he went up to like 100 or like triple, quadruple that. And this guy lives out in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, on a farm. And
40? I'm lucky if I get 5.
Yeah, 40 is actually really good.
Whatever number he got, it was like triple. It was something that you would get if you like lived in the middle of like New York next to a hub.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah. You're about as excited about that as I am about possibly getting fiber. Like I've been watching this stuff going up and down this main street.
Dude, you just drink it. It's you can do. There's fiber one.
Oh yeah, I'm good with that, bro. I got my fiber.
I thought you were talking about actual fiber too, and I was just like, you've got poop problems. We're very comfortable with each other.
I do not. I am golden. Just
need to order some Carolina Reaper. That'll take care of that poo problem.
Nope, don't need that. Don't need fire breathing out of both ends. I'm good.
Yeah. I don't think it'll take care of it. It'll just kind of make it'll compound the issue.
It'll just hurt longer.
What's up, Audi?
What's No, I've been seeing this construction and stuff like that. Not really construction, but they've been laying freaking something down pipe. Down this 4-lane road next to a Schillinger. And finally, the other day, I saw some of the little poles on the side, carbon fiber optic cable. And then on some of the neighborhoods north of us, there's signs in front of it as C-Spire Fiber. I'm like, sweet. Okay. Yeah. And I ain't got to us just yet. But you roll through my neighborhood and like everybody's yard is marked with utilities.
Nice.
Oh,
so I'm like, okay, all right, dig it up.
Dig
it up, hook me up, bro. Like I've already got the home network stuff going, like the access point. I'm gonna drop more lines, and for hard lines and stuff like that, give me some fiber. Let's roll.
Fortunately, we can't do that out here because of the just out here they said it would be $30,000 a mile.
Yep.
Yeah, because of the rocks, bro. They got a trench.
They got to trench shit and do all this other kind of stuff. And it's lame. It's weak sauce.
Well, you live in a beautiful place too, so
I'm still on the 4-color phone line coming into my house to go to my router. So yeah,
DSL?
You guys. Yeah, no, just the 4-color phone lines, not even high speed.
Yeah, no, it comes over DSL.
Yeah,
and no, I mean your quality is pretty good on my end, brother.
Yeah, because nothing else is using it.
I mean, what you got to do is shut down some bandwidth, bro. So anyway, I'm W, aka Webb, coming at you from the South Coast, Mobile, Alabama. I had 10 years in the Air Force, aircraft metals technology, 2A771. Did quite a few things with QA Chief Inspector in Turkey. Was there for like a year and 2 months. Got to do a lot of cool things. Almost made me stay in. But here I am. Work for a commercial aircraft manufacturing place down here in Mobile. I'm not going to mention it, but I'm sure you can look it up. It's a lot of fun. a lot of challenges, a lot of frustration because you're in the service. You're like, man, this stuff is so much better. You got all these, you're the bright idea fairy, and oh, why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it this way? And I look back and I'm like, man, the Air Force had their shit together.
Exactly,
dude, because there are absolutely dedicated roles and responsibility. They're put down in black and white what this person is supposed to do, right? There's also a chain of accountability if you don't do that job. My gosh, dude. Like, there's so many times like, okay, this dude just broke something, $60,000. What's going to happen to him? Oh, it was a mistake. It's cool.
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on. So anyway, it's a bit of an adjustment. I do like my job a lot. It's a lot of fun, a lot of challenge, which I do enjoy. I unfortunately have become sometimes the easy button. There's a lot of veterans I think can attest to when they get into jobs. They're used to managing multiple projects and processes that they're, the SME on, the subject matter expert on. And you just get in the civilian world, you do the same kind of, rhythm you get into when you're in the military, and everybody's like, oh yeah, he knows what to do. Just call him, email him. Same thing. So anyway, Scramjet. We are, again, a different type of show. We're more of a redirection. We're more of focusing your efforts on either a hobby or entrepreneurship or a small business or something like that. We like to explore a lot of things. We had the CEO of Gruntworks last week, Clint Sherb. That was amazing. I know Felix is in touch with him right now, rocking and rolling. I took a lot of pointers from him with the show. Haven't had time to implement them just yet. Just good, interesting conversation for sure. Dude was super encouraging. Wants to promote everything veteran wise. He's got quite a few businesses under his belt. Pretty successful, I would say, given his reach and our reach last week. Just him sharing our show out. So we're definitely appreciative to him. He's already not committed, but he's like, yeah, I'll part do. Nice. He wants to come back and BS with us. Maybe we'll get some questions for him and stuff like that, and dive a little deeper into the world of veteran entrepreneurship.
All right, let's start the show.
All right, well, we are. I'm going to throw the slide up real quick, roll through that, and we'll get into the dumb we'll get into the dumb shit we all did this week. Yeah. Don't make me mute you. He's going to mute me now, probably. We are part of the Veterans Anonymous group. You can see us on twitch.tv/VetsAnon, YouTube/Veterans Anonymous, and Facebook/Veterans Anonymous 22. Usually on Monday nights, we do have Monday Night Mayhem Radio. They are taking a sabbatical over the summer. They got some personal stuff they need to take care of and accomplish. So looking forward to all those updates and everything when they come back in the fall. Obviously, they're always welcome. Hopefully they do like a spot show or something like that. Wink, wink. Get your ass back on here.
Even a short one.
Yeah, a short one. Pre-recorded, doesn't matter. We'd love to have you guys, any kind of update with you guys back. Please let us know. And we're doing it on air right now, so it's recorded. So usually 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Mondays. You are watching Scramjet. We've already explained the show a little bit. Intro. We're 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays. On Wednesday, please join our resident network, as she said earlier. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays on the Crossroads. Lots of good crowd interaction on that show. They're playing a lot of Family Feud, different type games. Please send the Crossroads some messages. They like to have different people on there. They like to mix it up. It's the Catalina wine mixer of the Veterans Anonymous. You know what I mean?
Catalina wine mixer.
I'm not gonna, it's the Catalina wine mixer.
Catalina motherfucking wine mixer.
Please, come visit. Usually Cutley Kitten's on there. Uncle Si's on there. Please interview yourself. Like, send interesting questions. Send something that will convince Combat Cricket to allow you on the show. Put it that way. Yeah. And rounding out our week, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Thursdays is Full Metal Crown Eaters. Those are our resident Marines. I still don't believe that we have actually let them give you a weekend safety brief. But one of them right now is on a 3,000-mile run across America. I don't remember his mile count as of yet. I know he made it out of California into the Mojave Desert, or through the Mojave Desert. Anybody know his mile count?
Haven't gotten an update yet.
As right now? Okay. I know. I think he did one earlier, didn't he? Today
he did one earlier today. Yeah, where he was up by Hoover Dam.
Okay, so he's in Vegas then.
Yeah,
he was in Vegas last time I saw him.
I got to see yesterday.
Nice.
Sweet. Hell yeah. So yeah, 3,000 miles across America to raise awareness for veteran suicide. Dude is a absolute beast. Has a beast of a support system behind him. These people have volunteered to just take time off and drive for him, drive his RV across. So please visit his page because he's my brother at Facebook. And if you so see fit, please donate to his venture. He's already had a couple of extraneous costs when it comes to his RV and a few other things. His Venmo is at becausehesmybrother.com. All right. Slides off. What the hell y'all been up to this week?
And on Fridays, you have barbecue and bourbon with your own resident sauce boss.
Let's go. Give me a slide.
I don't know why. I got time to be doing slides.
Give me a little.
I got time to be doing slides up here. Entrepreneur. I'm sorry. I'll do my own slide. I'll do my own promo. It's all good. But
no. Give me a thumbnail.
We get on Friday. It's kind of an interview show, doing what we do, talking about food culture in America, different people in the lane of food and spreading positivity. Talk about food, talk about bourbon. Unfortunately, this Friday I will not be on because I'll be doing a benefit, smoking a 400-pound hog for a motorcycle club, and they're raising money for some kid things. So I'll be doing that Friday and Saturday.
Hype all this shit up, not even be there.
But I'm just letting you know. I do what I can with what I have.
The guy you had on last week was pretty cool. What was that?
Yes. Check
it out. So,
Field to Grill.
Field to Grill.
Like that. Yeah.
So I was texting him today, and I can't read. I was texting him today, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, I got to send you a box, some stuff. Let's try it out, bring it out, cook with other vets and whoever you're bringing to the field. What's your address?"
Yeah.
His address. And
I'm an asshole.
I'm not gonna give him his old address out, but the cat lives on Watermelon Street, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I straight up text him like, are you fucking with me, dude? I'm like, he goes, no, man. He straight up said his brother called him to send him something, and he didn't mail it because he said his brothers thought he was fucking with him.
Oh my god!
I'm like, you straight up live on Watermelon Street.
Hey, let's pause real quick. I was very rude, and I just skipped cuddling kittens. You should have smacked me for that. Like,
I'm behind a screen. That'd be hitting the screen. That hurt.
She just went. That would have got my attention. I apologize.
No, so I'm cuddling kittens. I'm an Air Force maintainer veteran. I am currently a stay-at-home mom, and I go to college online. So that is how I spend my time. For veterinary technician. And I'm currently in my second semester and just submitted my paper for med nursing.
Nice.
Is it rocking? You love it? Like,
it's not my best work, but it's close.
Yeah.
I just need a 70 on the paper. That's all I need. So,
Nice.
And the good news is that if the paper, when the instructor goes to grade it, if it's utter dog shit, she's gonna send it back. So she's going to make sure I get at least a 70 on the paper, which means
nice.
I will pass the class with an 89.
Nice.
So
sweet.
And
that paper.
As of today, she got a promotion. She's Barbecue Sauce Director of Words and Stuff.
Oh, I did hear that earlier, actually, on a phone call.
Yeah.
Director of Words and Stuff.
Trying to write some stuff out.
Yeah, I do appreciate it because I do have a lot of new products coming out, and so I need to make word descriptors for literally all of them. So I'm giving her a little bit. It's just one of those things that you can't sit around and always do when you want to.
Yeah.
I'm also just typed up a 10-page personal privacy thing for the website just to protect me and you guys and blah 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 because they want to make sure I'm doing my job. And not selling your information, to whatever, like exactly. Only person information I'm selling is Dave's. and I'm selling it to like OkCupid.
Sorry, I did have the comments clicked off.
RussianBride.com.
Yeah, I did have the comments clicked off. Sorry, this is why I forgot. And I see you guys are like intro. And
I'm flattered because it's just like I was like,
that was
oh, no
awesome.
biggie. And then people care. I was like, oh,
No,
I'm loved.
I was trying to upload something else, so a little slide, and I didn't intentionally mean to skip you. I apologize. That was rather insensitive of me. I'm a little embarrassed.
Well,
actually.
I think I threw you off because I kind of word vomited about the PCS.
Oh
yeah,
like, yeah.
We've got moved, and I'm so frustrated about that because I just want to get out of here. I want to get there and get settled, and then we're there. That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's in motion, so you're like you're anticipating. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and where, I mean, if you don't mind, will you tell people where you're in the area you may be PCSing to? East Coast somewhere?
Quantico, Virginia.
Okay. Oh, you're well protected. You got all the CIA there, so you're good.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna sleep on you. Oh man, now they're attacking me. It's okay. It's all right. They're all going in. Like, Jimmy, what the hell? What the hell are you doing? Don't you skip my girl. Skip my girl. Shit. Anything else you want to say, kittens?
No, that was
There could be extra time, whatever you want to make up for this shit. Apparently,
Are you diminishing a female's role in our network web?
No, I did not do it intentionally.
Okay,
but
I'm just checking.
I
just want to check that, because us here at Veterans Anonymous, we value what white women have to say in the world, because without
I think I did that time that perfectly too.
Yeah, you did.
That was a good one.
No, I seriously didn't mean to skip her. I apologize, people. It's kind of,
Sure didn't. Who hurt you, Webb?
Oh,
show us on the doll.
This is right here.
Show us on my black cock. Show us on my black cock.
I need to order one.
Oh, SOE,
for all my
baby.
patches.
And don't forget, we got those patches.
Yo.
Who need no stinking patches? You all do.
I have one. I only have the one.
You ordered two.
I did?
Yeah,
Then Matthew must have stole
you
it.
and one for Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, then he must have ran off with it. Because the only one I have is the one that is normally on my cork board, but they're all down here.
Yeah. I got a few because we didn't get to them last week because we went a little nuts with Clint. So, yeah. Damn, Frank is going in on me. I dig it. I really do dig it. Bring it on. Bring it on, brother. Fourth grade teacher was pretty good. I was just dumb back then, bro.
We all were dumb back then, I think.
Yeah.
It's the Jenny Show. Well, shit, now it is.
Webb, Dave, it's out there. So I will try to pull it out.
Oh, that is actually really helpful.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm going online
shit.
with I go online with Penn Foster, and it's been a struggle because the instructors are not as involved as I would personally prefer. But I'm getting there. I have a 3.8 right now, and I'm in my second semester, so I'm kicking butt, taking names, and I really like what I'm learning about.
Yeah, Mike 10. We call him A10. I went to tech school with him a very long time ago, but we still keep in touch back and forth. Cool ass dude, very knowledgeable. Yeah, hit him up. So, Greywater Ops and TikTok is trying to find an organization that could use battle coins. BBQ could be cool. Shit, I think Veterans Anonymous, Scram, Jett, Crossroads, Full Metal Crayon Eaters, and BBQ could use all of them. That Greywater Ops, we'll have to look them up for sure.
Yeah, and one thing I know a lot of people want us to have things like that, but as this patch shows, I was out the reality in what people actually buy between what people actually want.
Yeah,
is very different. So our network is more focused on staying on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
And just like my sauce, like I have a coin designed, but it does cost, and it's going on. It's a part of a package, but there will be in the future when things are way better. Yeah, there'll be a coin and stuff like that. But it's one of those things, guys. Don't think we want to do these things. It's just that we need to be smart with the money we get.
Yeah, and we pay to be on the air right now. It's not a big deal. I mean, we spread it around a couple of different people on this whole network and everything. It's fun because we love doing it, because obviously all you guys can contest that it's our freaking therapy too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We love freaking getting on here and sharing our week and sharing these different themes and stuff like that. This is part of it. And Felix loves sharing when he's watching TikTok and when he's trying to ignore everybody else and so yeah. No,
I am not. I'm actually pulling up a video to show on our show.
Decent excuse for it real quick. Good recovery. Good recovery. Grant, I agree. All of them will be awesome. Again,
one day,
coins are not cheap. I don't know if anybody's
one day.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's been involved with the purchasing of coins for a certain command or anything like that, but coins are not freaking cheap.
Yeah, so I had my coin out, and it was going to cost me just for 50 coins, $480.
Yeah.
For the coin that I actually had designed. Mind you, the ones I had designed are numbered for a reason.
Yeah.
But anyway. No, so what did everyone do? How's everyone's Taco Tuesday going?
Go ahead, Dave. Dave's about to cough a lung up. It's okay.
Beer went down the wrong pipe. You're supposed to drink beer, not breathe it.
Yeah.
But no, I've been watching the Olympics. I got DirecTV, and so they got a whole channel just dedicated to the Olympics, and so you can watch 5 different events at the same time on a little screen on your TV.
Yeah.
So I woke up for some silly reason this morning at 2:00 in the morning, couldn't go back to bed, so I was watching live the Olympics, and now they're just showing the repeats and stuff. My mom calls me up. She's like, "Are you watching this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, they lose." She goes, "How do you know that?" I'm like, "Well, they showed it at 3:30 this morning, Mom." She's like, "What were you doing up that late?" I'm like, "No, I got up that early." She goes, "Oh, why did you get up that early?" I'm like, "Trust me, I didn't want to,
Yeah, it's crazy with I follow them. I don't have DirecTV anymore, but I do follow some of the networks on TikTok that show some of the sports.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I didn't know that the Paralympics was going on at the same time. And I will say the weirdest game, and I thought it was a joke, I had to look it up, it was a court. It was 2 nets, so 2 goalies, blind, with masks on, fake masks on, because I guess different levels of blindness. And the guy who starts, you can kind of see shades and shades. And they literally, everyone quiet. And then they start throwing this dodgeball thing at each other, and the other one has to block it. And then she gets to pick the ball up and try to throw it in the net. It's called netball. And I'm like, are you I see these 2 women throwing, and they're and because you can hear her shoes scuffle.
Oh, it's straight up Vince Vaughn dodgeball style.
Dude, straight up. And you can hear it, but you have to stop it, and it's you hear it, so you can hear the person shuffle and throw. And I'm like, is this a real sport?
Apparently it is. Bro.
I did not know that.
Neither did I. I'm like, wow.
I think they should have their own time frame. They shouldn't do it during the regular Olympics. The Paralympics should have their own next month.
It should be, because I would want to watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to watch it and support, those guys and gals, but they don't. It's no TV.
I didn't know. Yeah.
So
got to look them up now to see when they're.
So they have Paralympic fencing, like guys in wheelchair that are
sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm thinking we were in the shop. Webb, you can attest to this. You getting a little seat crawlers.
Oh, okay.
Sitting there doing the jousting. That's what I'm thinking.
I remember that.
It's like
yeah, but
it's like there's a guy behind you and they're just pushing him at each. I'm going to hell.
I'm driving the bus. I got the code for the gate, bro. Don't worry about
it's like jousting, but they just gotta keep going.
Dude, yeah, like I'm actually well, they're actually the Paralympics are being held in Tokyo, Japan as well. Between the 16th Summer Paralympics, they are scheduled to be held in Tokyo between 24 August and 5 September.
okay.
So they're not actually going on right now.
Okay.
For what it says.
Okay.
So it's 540 participants in 22 different sports.
And there was another guy, and I don't know if this was a joke either, but he's like, yeah, to be in the Paralympics, you have to compete against someone with your disability, and there's like no one on the planet with his disability. So he's running track and field, and he like broke some record. He's like running by himself. I'm like,
dude,
this has to be a joke.
No, he's probably like, I got a loophole, baby. Like,
exactly.
I got Lou Gehrig's disease. I'm gonna throw javelin. I mean, record's a record, bro. I'm seriously not making fun because I know plenty of people with disabilities.
Oh yeah,
and I'm amazed every day of what they do and push themselves to do.
Dude, I watched a guy with no legs,
bro.
From the waist down, like halfway or whatever.
Yeah,
working in a tire place, rolling on, doing a full brake entire rotation.
Yeah.
On some cars, and I'm like, good on you, bro,
dude. Yeah, like holy cow. Okay, all right. I see you.
Yep. So,
oh wow,
cool, Ducky. That would have been a blast to work Olympics, man. But I don't know. That's a lot of people and a lot of headache.
Only Olympics, and didn't work it, but when it was in Atlanta, whatever year that was, I remember I was out there.
96.
Was that 96? Yeah.
96, baby. I know exactly when it was.
Because I was out my cousin, and he was like, dude, we're going out. I got a job, and I helped him. We literally rolled around the crowds on rollerblades, and we had water tanks on our backs with sprayers. And we weren't spraying people. We just we would rollerblade, and we would hit a button when we got around people, like on our pack, and we would sit there and roll through the crowd, and just once we got to a pack of people, we'd hit it. And it was just because it was so freaking hot.
Yep.
Luckily, I was not there the bomber guy time.
Oh,
yeah, they actually held some events in Alabama. Some whitewater rafting, kayaking, and stuff like that. They actually crossed the border in Alabama just because of the region, and we had the best stuff. I mean, it's like northeast, central Alabama or whatever, but it was pretty interesting, cool. So I just saw this, and I know at least 3 of us will, at minimum, enjoy this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the new A10?
No. These are the candles lit on a B1.
Candles lit on a B1.
I'm Army, guys. Come on, give me a break.
Bro, so across the moon, baby. Oh.
Dude, if that was the A10, they would take all the guns off and we would just roast people.
If that was the A10, it's calling a mayday.
Well,
the pilot's ejecting.
I saw an article where they upgraded or updated the A10.
Well, that's
why
they were talking about it. I had a friend who retired, and it was around the time the Air Force was very wisely going to get rid of it because they didn't need it. And then the Navy was like, mine. And so he actually got a job to upgrade the suspension and the subframe so it's because all aircraft have a tail hook, but this one, technically, 1 or 2 carrier landings. But they had to upgrade the suspension and everything else so it can do sustained carrier ops.
Yeah.
Then the Air Force was like, oh, you want it? We'll keep it.
Yeah.
Well, the Air Force said they wanted to retire, and Congress said no.
Oh, yeah, because AFSOC was like,
pretty much.
One.
Yeah, best freaking support plane out there.
AFSOC, Army, and Marines were like, yeah, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're stupid.
We need that thing in the sky. We need that.
So you want to replace the one that can stay on the airframe for like at least almost a half an hour with something that can stay there for maybe 2 minutes that can carry a quarter of the same munitions and is like 90% less durable.
Yeah, not even close to survivable. You know?
Well, you guys could probably back me up. I heard the story about this A-10 that had I don't know how many bullet holes in it that actually came back and landed. And was
there's been half a wing blown off.
Yeah, female pilot came in, and luckily the tub on the A-10 where the pilot sits is a full solid block of titanium that is milled out. I've seen it.
Yeah, me too. It's not full solid block. It's plates.
Yeah.
It's plates bolted together, but they're about 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches thick. And it's good luck getting anything through that besides that 30 mil that it shoots. So any shrapnel or anything, it really doesn't have that much of a chance. It's nasty. That's why the wings or the engines are out on pylons. You can blow one completely off. Yep. Self-sealing fuel lines, self-sealing bladders. You can fly back with one wing. There's been multiple accounts of A-10s with half a wing blown off, a tail section blown off, an engine blown off, and
the two most durable aircraft in the inventory are the A-10 and B-52.
B-52 just because they like have a flying sheet metal mechanic, and he just goes out on the wing and bangs something in when like it loses something.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it was the airlines or somebody had a commercial, and remember it was just like the pilots and the people in the air flying, and then people were building the airplane around them as they flew. You remember that one? Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I love that. They were like actually building the plane around the people when they were flying in the air. But no, when I came from Minot, our history room had pictures of B-52s coming from Nam with like no tails, like straight up, tail gone, just whole section. Like you said, one flew around and they lost because 8 engines, 2 on each pylon. They lost one whole engine section. And it was like, all right, cool. It still flew mission, came back. And that was the model I worked on.
I had a buddy in Korea that was in the Air Force. I got to hang out with a little while. And he used to tell people, he's like, yeah, I'm an in-flight aircraft mechanic. And nobody got it. And I was just dying. I'm like, in-flight aircraft mechanic. Good one, bud,
Yeah, dude, I've seen some weird stuff. So we're gonna get back to the Olympics, like the laser sailing. It's a single boat, basically. Yeah, the windsurfing. That's been really cool. Handball, beach handball.
Well, now see, when I was growing up, handball was like you and one other guy in a racquetball court with like instead of the blue racquetball, it was a harder compound rubber ball. And you just barehanded it like this. So this grabbing the thing with like 7 other people and throwing it into a net, I was like, where did this come from?
In-flight missile repair tech. Is that the guy riding the bomb down? What
Slim Pickens?
Yeah, Slim Pickens. There you go.
Slim Pickens.
Yeah. Holy crap. So Olympics has been pretty cool. We've been trying to expose the kids to it. And like tonight, I was like, hey, you can go out there and watch TV with your mom.
Especially for your girls, because there's been a lot of firsts. We had the first female wrestling, first female wrestler get a gold in America. First female fencer get a single gold. First female
taekwondo.
Taekwondo. Like, and I'm just saying, just because it was one of those things that we weren't in, or we were in, but we weren't that good. But we're starting to get people in, and it's funny. Team USA basketball is struggling.
Yeah, because that's some memes about that already.
Yeah,
you mean call LeBron and Curry? What's up, bro? Like
the men are struggling. The women were actually doing pretty decent the last time.
Well, because women's basketball is actually basketball. Men's basketball, one reason I don't watch it, because it's foul heavy with a bunch of crybabies. Like, oh my god, I hurt a hurt toe.
Yep.
Some of the basketball players got better flops than the soccer players do.
Anyway,
so I'm gonna.
They got that 3-on-3 now. It's only like 10 minutes. You get the ball for 12 seconds and got to shoot. That's
points.
Another cool thing is a girl that Tony Hawk made viral. I think she was Japanese or Korean, and has her little bitty girl, like your daughter's age, in a blue like fairy dress doing a kickflip.
Yep.
And she won silver.
Yeah. So here's one for all you active duty veterans and stuff like that. So Army Lieutenant Amber English wins gold
yes.
in women's. Dude, she shot. I watched the highlights yesterday.
Who got is the same other lady from 4 years ago still on the team or no?
I'm not sure. She got first, and then I think Italy got second, and China got third.
Well, and then an American male got gold for the same event. Yeah, so we're doing good with shooting.
Yeah.
You know, don't fuck with us. We got people that know how to shoot.
Yeah, I heard some jokes made about that. It was kind of like, ugh.
There's an Aussie I follow, and they call it the repeater rifle, quick action gun, and it's pretty much a 22. And he making fun of his sport. He's like sitting there at the range, holding it, had the eye patch on, and then doing ting 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 ting. Then he's sitting down, peeling, and like not even orange, a nectarine. He goes intense
action piece. Yeah.
Intense training for the Olympics, and he's sitting there, eats a nectarine piece, then gets up, ting, 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 sits back down.
Girl swimmer from Alaska just graduated, got gold.
She was training in a what they say, a 50-yard pool,
because she's rolling out.
That's the biggest size pool that they have in Alaska, and so she was training in a 50-yard pool, and I didn't
see the reaction yet.
Oh, the reaction, it was awesome. They went nuts.
China's ammo is from Wish. No, it's not. It's from China. Wish is from China, bro. Get it right. No, super proud of all of our athletes so far, especially our veteran athletes. I mean, we're not a special class, but we know where we come from. We know. But she's actually active duty lieutenant, stationed at Fort Benning in Columbus, Georgia. So that's actually where the Army shooting team is based. Man, I really wish that the Air Force would put more into their shooting team, because I was very interested in enjoying it. And then I figured out that you could get PTDY to go to matches.
Yeah.
And you may be able to get M allocated to you, but you would have to go and pick it up yourself.
Dude, it would have been so easy for us to go to the Air Force shooting team after you see the Air Force shooting team. I was like,
I don't know. You've seen the Air Force shooting team?
Now, but I mean, when we were in.
No, you've seen the Air Force shooting team then, because they didn't have action stuff. They mostly had standard pistols.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have action stuff. The action stuff, now that they have action stuff, but.
Army guy would have freaking ripped us every time, because I forget the guy's name, but he rolled through 3-gun comps like it was his. It was his job.
Was his job. Well, that's why you can't really. You can't really beat a guy. Like, if that's what you do, you shoot 400,000 rounds a year
for the Army, and they send him to all the biggest 3-gun competitions all around the country, and he usually placed in the top 3, if not first place. I can't remember.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to always wonder that, like, if you took the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds and put them in combat, or you take all the competitive shooters and actually put them in combat, like, all right, guys, we need to clear out this fucking town. All right, cool. Max Michelle. You're like, all right, cool, clear.
Out there in Colorado Springs, they send all the Army Olympians out there.
Yep.
Like where the Olympic
Colorado Springs, that's a Olympic village. Yeah.
So like I went to the gym one day, and literally this guy's whole job, he was active Army, but he was training for the Olympics, and his job was to hand out towels. He came in, handed out towels, then he trained.
Air Force.
That was it.
Services.
He worked for services. He was my buddy Malcolm Tran. Still follow him on Facebook. When I met him in '97 in Minot, North Dakota, he was actually, I believe his job was law enforcement. He was a cop, but he worked services, and he wore khaki slacks and a blue polo with the gold name tag. And he worked at the gym behind the counter. Other than that, I saw him running, working out, and he'd come out and hang out. We really wouldn't drink or whatever else when he was like in that cycle. And he was on the Air Force boxing team. I believe he tried out or went to the Olympic trials, and I don't think he made it. But I remember years later, I'm watching HBO late night boxing, and I'm sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden it was like, well low undercard, and it was my boy Malcolm. I'm like, oh shit, It's Malcolm. Now, I don't think he boxes. He's a dad. He has a regular job. But yeah, you roll into working for services because it's way easier because you're already at the gym.
And you get an alternate duty location.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Literally, they do like kind of a co-op thing. Like, oh yeah, you can just show up here at 6 and help run the PT program. Everybody goes, does their PT test. Go take a lunch and then don't get back from lunch. Go train.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because my Hapkido teacher went and tried to join the inner service because there's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine group martial arts team. Yeah. And he went and tried to go, and a Army guy did an illegal block, which is a block with your elbow. Which if someone kicks you in the real world, block them with your elbow because you will break the shit out of their foot.
Yeah.
And it was funny. We were in our dojo on base, which was, alternate gym. And he comes hobbling in on crutches. And we're like, oh, you got your ass whooped.
Grant said the women's quad skull is about to start. If anybody's watching live, I do have it live on
quad skull.
Yeah, I do have it live on Sling in there.
Certain things I can say about that.
Sailing.
Anyway.
He misspelled it. It's SCULL and it's rowing.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'm wrong. Yeah, you're right. Skull surgery.
Yeah.
Skull
like,
surgery.
what is that?
Rowing.
Acronym for?
Hello, Miss Sarah Bonner.
But so I unfortunately don't, like I said, have cable, so I don't really watch the news. We have a lot of fires going around. I saw that when I was at one of my places in town here yesterday.
You better be like installing a sprinkler system.
Actually, we're watering. I don't really care. It's what it is. I got insurance. But like not this state, but every state around us. So it's really, really misty.
That's what my father-in-law said too. Oh, I got insurance, and their house burned down. It was like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah,
it does. But what are you going to do? I'm not going to install sprinklers. Really not going to do anything. So
dude, $150.
Did you ever get the firebomb things, Felix?
I saw them on Amazon, but they're not very cheap. I like to get some.
They're like $40, $45 a piece.
Yeah, they're like $45 a piece, and I would love to put some like around, but they're also not very small, so it's not. So you got to really find a place you really want to put those things in your home. Okay. But besides the fires here and doing other stuff, I went and picked my truck up today. And
hey, dude, you got like 8 minutes to the top of the hour. Go ahead and roll into it. I need to see that truck.
Oh yeah, hold up.
You got an extra long ad tonight.
I did a little video.
Coffee, you got coffee. You got your truck.
I got a little video. Here we go. A little video.
All right, I'm gonna go be a good dad real quick.
You got to watch this real quick.
Okay, fine then.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Just give it a minute.
My truck.
Oh.
You almost hit a garage.
No, I didn't.
Sexy.
No, I didn't. I was turning it in.
I know.
To the garage.
But
yeah, dude.
You had a color matching bumpers, bro.
Oh yeah.
No, but we got so they got airbags on the back to help with the lift of the trailer, and I just hooked my app up to it. It's phone app, so you can lift it up and down. But we do have something that did happen. Yeah, it's not like cool. Like it's not. Well, I don't even really like those kind of airbags. It's not the lowrider style airbags.
Yeah, not quick shit.
You're not gonna be bouncing.
It does take a minute.
No, okay.
To do it, but we did launch a pre-order for our coffee that happened today. And my co-packer sent me a message literally in the middle of my day while I was doing some stuff.
I saw that. So you were like,
Yeah. So we put the coffee on pre-order, and we literally already have about. You guys still on there with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I priced it mid-range. Like I said, that price could drop or go higher because my co-packer still hasn't given me my actual cost, but he did tell me it might be a little more. So we went a little bit higher
That
than
label looks
regular
cool.
seasonings.
I love the coffee beans in behind it, dude. That's a nice label.
Yeah. And then, we got that launched. We literally already have 8 orders for it on our website. So as soon as it comes in, there's 8 folks that are gonna get some. It's gonna be in a 1 pound baggie. Dude, it's been a lot. You know, the new website is going gangbusters, but I'm still doing a lot of back end work. We still have our links to I Got Your 6, so you can click on that and go there. Or the big part I like to do is our giving back spots where you can actually, that's me with 3 of our guys when we were out there doing we were cutting trees down for their equestrian center. But you can go there and buy now. You can click on there. I Got Your 6. You can go to Sacred Mountain's their website. You know, buy now, shop now. Just kind of giving people all availability. I added my recipes back to this site. It's a lot more cleaner, a lot quicker access. You know, you can look up our retail locations, the companies that support us. You know, we have local business supporters, T&K Hunting Gear, Modern Concepts, a buddy of mine who owns they do interior design. No, not interior design. They do remodels. And then this Black Hills Auto, they do auto grooming and whatnot. But yeah, so things have been going rather good. The reason we got the upgrade on the truck, if you notice, there's a 3.5-inch lift. I got a full suspension swap. So I don't want any issues. And it works. Like before, I would go over like uli oops on the road that were like kind of like that, and you would launch yourself, you know. And so I drove around town a little bit today. First of all, to get used to driving a vehicle a little bit higher. And I hit some of those roads I'm normally, you know, launching myself up, and it just literally just sailed across it. So that's all. It's pretty, but it's also functional. You know, new tires, new rims. It goes with the, you know, new trailer coming, and it kind of keeps everything level. I don't want to be breaking down on the road when I'm traveling. So I want to give myself the best shot out there. And no, just doing a lot of, as Dave saw today on TikTok, just doing a lot of back end, not sexy barbecue work. You know, I did prep some bacon. So I showed people how I made a bacon cure. I got it sitting in the fridge right here. It'll be sitting there for 7 days. Every day I flip it, you know, just to make sure the moisture kind of rotates through and everything else. You got
to keep your meat moist.
You got to keep your meat moist. Very. One's vacuum sealed and one is just sealed. And so it's kind of an experiment. The vacuum sealed one is not going to get smoked. It's just going to get cured. And the sealed one's going to get smoked. So we're going to see the difference. And cured, uncured, you know, how that works. Because bacon, or I will say the one that's not sealed is going to get smoked at a lower level.
Well, see, I was going to ask you on the tiki-taki, I didn't get to ask. When you do the shrink wrap, does that actually force the seasonings or the sauce into the meat more than just letting it sit and say the Ziploc baggie?
Yeah, it pretty much sucks it down to the meat, and any moisture in the meat will mix with the seasoning on it, and then it'll start permeating with pressure into the meat. So yeah, you get a lot better, bond. And I don't do it with liquid because I don't like marinating meat. I don't like my meat to be gray. But I do that with seasonings. I do that with my tomahawk steaks. I do that with a lot of different big cuts of meat. So yeah, pretty much what I do a lot. I use a lot of vacuum bags. So.
Oh yeah, bro. Every day you're on TikTok, you're vacuum sealing something and you're just rolling off rolls of that stuff.
Country market. Hey, if they call, let's roll, you know. I'm always looking out there to see I can ship pallets. If you guys know a barbecue emporium or something in your local area and you want barbecue at hand treats when you want it, let me know because I will ship to anyone in the continental United States, Alaska and Hawaii, Puerto Rico.
And I seen you do it. You sent a whole pallet down to Missouri.
Yes, I did, you know, and I don't really know how that's working out right now. I haven't really talked to Bryce out there at that's Countryside Barbecue Pro Shop out there in Springfield, Missouri. Bryce, cool cat, I met on Instagram, who kind of took a gamble, and I hope it's working out. But like I said, I've been rather busy with life and business and trying to balance everything out. So especially because the clock is ticking, November's coming, and that's when.
Yeah, it is.
November's coming, and that's when it's going to be time to finish up the payment on that smoke on that trailer and everything else that needs to come along with it. So, yeah, guys, don't forget, get on the website, new site, get those orders in, pre-order for that coffee just to make sure you get some. Actually, we're running kind of low on our habanero. I think we have 1, 2, 3 cases left. So, but Sturgis is coming up. It's going to be really busy here soon. I'm going to be gone for an entire week during Sturgis. You won't see me at all because I'll be out in Vernacular Canyon. We have no service. I'll have a lot of pictures and stuff after the fact, but I'll be sitting out there. The Custer Camp, friends of ours, own a pasta corral. They're Italian family. They make their own white and red sauce. You know, they have their own pasta and stuff. It's amazing food. It's going to be so good. And we literally just barter sauce for food. I eat as much as I want. They get as much sauce as they want. And it's still like makes a killing because technically in Sturgis, if you had a retail spot, they're going to charge you upwards for $2,000 to $4,000 for that week.
Right.
And I'm going to pay a couple hundred. So have as much as you want. Nice. Yeah. Hit up Bryce down there. Tell her Felix sent her. Or her dad sent her through Felix, by way of Felix. You're not going to get a discount, but just to let him know that, hey, bro, I'm still pushing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still pushing. So, other than that, dude, just chilling. You know, I know Webb ain't here right now, but me and Dave we did a little foray. Finally, Call of Duty Warzone finished downloading.
Oh, that
was. Jen, do you play on PlayStation?
So I play video games, but not video games like that. Those games are hard.
I shouldn't play video games.
I am
like that.
I've played Call of Duty, and I'm the foobar person. You want to suck? I am the one.
No, I'm the one.
It's funny. So like
I'm telling Dave like on PlayStation. I'm not sure.
I'm like rolling through one room, and I'm like, all right, Dave, let's go in the house. I'll mark a spot to land, and you know. Dave's thinking parachuting real world. I'm like, this is a video game. So I freaking torpedo my head to the ground and I pull up like last minute. Like, I'm like, you just need to get out the air so no one shoots you and just pull up last minute, you know, and then running through houses like, let's bounce house to house, you know, because when I get on the ground, you know, I play like, because I did competitive shooting and been to a couple, you know, CQB courses, you know, close quarter combat courses. So I just kind of remember, you know, watch your angles, go house, covers your friend. So I try to go from house to house, find big rocks and go around and try to just stay out of city centers and like where there's a lot of cluster of buildings. I don't really, if I have enough weapons, I just kind of go around and try to, you know, get to the center of the map sooner because the way people play, they play on the periphery and they try to get people that are running. So pretend it's a forest fire and animals are running away from the fire. So people will literally sit right away from where the map is getting smaller and just shoot folks running from the gas. Well, I get in the middle, so I'm never in a rush to move. And I'll just sit out and everyone's coming to me. But people are playing that periphery where they're all hyped up. And I'm in here just like picking through shit. Like, oh, look, house over here. This is over there. And then you get to the meat of the people that are good. And it was kind of funny shooting at a guy. And I'm like, Dave, I got to do it. I'm looking around the map. I'm like, where's Dave? Dave is like over. I got your flank. I'm like, dude, that's like 2 football fields away from me. And I'm like, he's in another house. And I got shot. So I have to come all the way over and break cover to get him. And then 2 other dudes come and lace me up. And I'm like, oh my God. But no, it's fun. It's comical.
Well, yeah, like he was saying with the parachuting, you know, I jumped out and I hit my chute as soon as I jumped out where Felix is doing lawn dart. And so Felix is on the ground running around through buildings like, where are you at? And I'm like, I'm still in the sky.
Dave, I ran around, got killed, went through the gulag and killed and came back. And Dave was still parachuting into the map. I got killed twice. Oh, you're that guy. Yeah, we had a guy trying to scope me today. He didn't fare too well on that one. Yeah, I see that little glint on the scope, and I'm just like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I just need to figure, like, it takes me a little bit to get back into the groove. As soon as I get my my loadout, which is usually I'm an American, so I like an M4 carbine or something like that, and I rock a 45 for my sidearm, and that's pretty much what I like to put weight on. But there's a couple guys that I follow that they give you some pretty decent information where you can actually do some adjustments to your game settings, and it's not cheating. It just helps how your recoil and everything is when you're pulling the trigger, where, you know, it's more balanced. So I'll be working with that here soon. Do you ever change your name, Dave?
Yeah, it took. I'm Uncle Si on it now too.
Yeah, I'm Sauce Boss 45 or 46, something like that.
Like you say, you got to keep the brand going.
Got to keep the brand. Like, I killed the sauce. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna say that. I killed the Sauce Boss.
Yeah.
But no, for anything, it's just fun. You know,
well, like you're saying, it's another hobby. It's another misdirection. It's something that you got to focus on it, and you don't focus on anything else rattling around up there. You're just like,
yeah.
You know?
And like today, I didn't have my truck all day. I did a lot of work in the morning, like quite a considerable, you know.
You did, bro. You were on the computer and paperwork and all kind of shit all morning.
Jobbing, and it's just kind of like, man, and I don't really have anything to smoke because no one's gonna be home for dinner, so I'm not gonna smoke anything. And it's just like, I'm like, I think I'll sit down, and discipline also helps with discipline. Sit down for a couple hours. Trust me, Dave. After that last game, I know. I was like, wanted to get back in there.
I was saying, I'll get on Skyrim, and I'm like, okay, I got to set a time limit of 2 hours. You know, I can only play this game for 2 hours. Otherwise, it's 2 a.m, and I'm like, where did the day go?
Yeah, so we set a limit, and it was good. And but it was fun. It was very fun. And I look forward to getting a couple other people in there so we can play like 4v4, or, you know, just teams against each other. Because I don't really care about my stats. I just like going in there, bullshitting, laughing. You know, like when I was parachuting into one building, I tried to go through a window and I like hit the wall, and I'm like, no, I'm just like on the wall, parachuting and turning myself on the wall.
Maybe I'll find time this fall to get back on that stuff, man. I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, I'm so terrible at those games. It's comical.
So I did have a VR headset, but I traded it in. I traded in because, well, for one, even though I was full, I still get the motion sickness a little bit.
A little vertigo, maybe.
Like a little bit when I'm sitting there using it. You know, just because I already have an 85-inch TV down here, and it's like the TV also seems like you have to literally like turn your head this way and that way up and down to see, and you're sitting still. You know, like I've played a VR game where you're moving. That's a lot more fun. I've done the Omni treadmill where you can run any direction and your waistbanded in. Now that I can do that because you can run, stop in any direction you move. You're still walking and moving and running. Yeah, totally fine. Yeah, it's the sitting down thing.
Freaking video games, man.
You guys play the smart games. I suck at those.
That's not smart. Yeah, it's not a smart games. There's nothing.
Run and gun and shoot, bro.
Run and gun and shoot. Now, mind you, I do follow a couple people on TikTok that are very smart. Like this guy, when I watch his gameplay, it's just insane because you still have to lead targets to shoot they still have some real world geometry in the game. And this guy will shoot some dude from across the map on top of a building, but he pauses it and then he throws the geometry and trigonometry in there he'll pause the video and he'll go, I calculated this. He goes, this is what I do in my head. I calculated this and blah, blah, blah. And he throws all these calculations in. And then at the end of the calculations, he bam, and it's a headshot on a guy who was literally should have been safe from everybody. Yeah. And this guy's like, yeah, no. But some guys get homage. The new Battlefield trailer has the best trick shot ever, where a guy was in a fighter plane flying up, a guy's chasing him, he egresses from the fighter and he's floating down, ejects, and as the other fighter's coming up, he shoots it with the RPG or rocket launcher, blows up the other jet, then falls back into his own jet and then flies away.
Yep. I saw that. Yep.
And so Battlefield, because they see everything you do on the game, they had that moment recorded and they made it a cinematic in the new game. So they, and it's a lot more cinema.
They didn't see that. No. He had it on. No, that was a big pro gamer, like one of the bigger guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They showed it on something.
He definitely put that up there, and then they went back and recreated it on 42. Yeah. And it was like, what? Okay, that's a good good little memory.
So they actually put him in the game. So some games do that. Like WoW did that for Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, that's
Leroy Jenkins. If any WoW players are in the house,
Leroy Jenkins. At least I got chicken.
Yeah. And if you don't know, it's pretty much like if you were about to jump a room full of MMA fighters and it's like you and your book club and you guys are outside the room like, all right, cool, we're going to go in and we're talking this and that. And then one of you guys just kicks the door in and starts running in and smacking people. And everyone's like, what? And everyone got killed.
At least I got chicken.
Yep.
That's what he said after the fact.
Yeah, that's exactly like what he said.
At least I got chicken.
Well, and like me and I don't know if Felix could hear him, but I could hear it was like there were like 12 and 14-year-old kids that were killing us, and I'm like, man, I don't know which is worse, getting killed by little 14-year-old.
So you got to mute them.
I kept my audio in group only. Yeah. So our group audio, I keep that, so I don't want to hear anyone else talk. Because that's one thing also when you're playing those games, they use that to distract.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lie. Back in the day, I've done some stuff.
I've done some
I actually had, so I'm playing like Call of Duty and I would turn on a porno and have the audio from a porno playing. And I'm sitting there like, shoot, people are like, are you having, like, I'm just like playing.
Maybe.
And people like, I remember watching the guy run across the map and I turn it on and then his character just stops. Then I'm like, bam, shot him. Just like, yeah.
I got pretty good at that too as well, John. I played all those games. That's lots of fun. Ballistics, and then do the slow-mo, like freaking transparent, like when you hit them in the eye socket, it shows the eye socket exploding in the brain. It's like, ooh, the World War II one was awesome.
Mag was another good one, but that was PS3.
Well, I was all the way back in the day, like Dave was like, oh, you Air Force guy, you got more time. I'm like, well, actually, my very first deployment with Depot, before shock and awe, we weren't doing anything but waiting. And so for like 2 months, I played SOCOM while I was deployed on the PS2, and I like most Air Force thing ever, yelled at 2 airmen for getting in the fight because I couldn't hear my game.
Well then, that's cute.
Yeah. When you guys simmer down, I can't hear my goddamn game.
When we were playing today, Felix jumps in a side-by-side, and I'm like, this is the most Air Force thing ever. Jumps into drive to go to combat in a side-by-side.
Well, the most Air Force thing is I jumped in a side-by-side to drive like 10 feet to the left and then jump out of side by side.
Yeah, I'm all like,
I didn't. Oh, okay, I'm here. Never mind.
Yeah, I thought it was a little farther on the map.
You should have just called it Uber. Oh.
You know, that would be awesome if you can like do that in the game.
call it Uber.
There is a guy who does that in the Call of Duty. He will get a helicopter and let people get on, and as he's flying, he'll make you answer like trivia. And if you don't answer the trivia, he'll crash the helicopter.
There's so many things like that, man. Like people have gotten so bored with all the little stuff. They'll just be like,
yeah. There's another pro guy I watch, and he is hilarious. He goes in by himself, like he has a team, but they let him go in, and he'll kill like a 4-man team solo. Yeah. And he goes, and he'll like, oh, look at this guy. He thinks he's this, and he goes, oh, Houdini, and he runs around, and he'll blow a guy up, and he goes, and then he'll do a slow-mo video render afterwards, and the guy comes in after he blew up his teammate, and he goes, I'd be kind of mad too if my teammate blew up and that's his foot. So I need to get out of here. I need to do my Usain Bolt, and he runs around, armors up, comes back around, and he's like, ooh, shooting him in the face. And one guy slides in. It's the most disrespect. He calls it disrespect moments. As the guy is dying, his move is sliding in sideways next to him, and he's like, hey, how you doing? Stab.
Oh, that's just wrong.
That's evil.
That's worse than teabagging.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And if you guys don't know what teabagging is, I'm just saying.
Look it up. Teabagging, COD.
Video game teabagging.
Yeah, there we go.
Look up video game teabagging.
So there's a few things we did not get into last week because we had Clint Sherban, and that's fine. It was awesome interview. He definitely wants to come back. He had a blast with us. He put us out on a Tactical Polo page, on the Gruntworks page. We got a lot more engagements. Like it was awesome for Scram Jett. It's cool. I did not look and see how many followers we got, but we definitely got a lot of engagements. So
I kept getting updates for Scram Jett, like so-and-so followed, so-and-so followed, so-and-so followed. I was like, I don't know any of these people. It's got to be from,
And that's fine. That's fine. You know what I mean? Again, we're not here for freaking profit. Here to just spread the word, take people's mind off their daily grind, maybe refocus them into something else. But, last week we had a couple things we did get into for the previous week, like a couple little cooks that maybe me, Felix have done, or Cuddling Kittens. Well, she's probably got her grills. Well, not sent yet, but
it's got to wait until October now. Unless I feel like I'd have to clean the grill in order for them to move it.
Just burn it off.
Yeah, you don't have to totally clean it. You would have to, and especially if you get that gravity fed one, there's not a lot of cleaning. You literally take the 2 grates out, scrape off the little edges, pull out the whole tray, toss that, and then toss the oil thing, and you're good to go. And make sure there's no charcoal or dust in it, and they'll be fine. They'll wrap it up in paper and move it.
So I did take my kids up to Selma, and I'd been looking at this company for a little while. It's Alabama Wagyu. If you don't know what Wagyu is and you're a meat eater, then you're wrong. So Wagyu
you're not wrong, you're just not bougie, but it's fine. We still love it.
No, it's not bougie. You at least need to be aware of it. Like this is one.
It sounds bougie because I don't know what it is.
It's bougie. Well, it's pretty much beef with a lot of extra fat in it that people love, and it's super fucking expensive.
It's a breed of cow. It's a breed of cow from Japan, and they kept it as a very close to the chest for a long time. They limited exports and all this stuff, but I mean, so there's a farm in Central Alabama near my hometown called Alabama Wagyu, and I'd gotten interested in them and seeing where they were distributed. And obviously, Central Alabama, they're not that big. They started in 2009. Obviously, they're growing their herd. They're only really distributed in around that Central Alabama region. So I had to go kind of seek them out a little bit. And I did find 2 decent New York strips here. And you can see from the marbling on them and the fat cap, it's pretty awesome. Unfortunately they were frozen, but I can make just about any steak taste good, especially these. Look at that crap though. Excellent marbling. I did trim some fat off of it because you don't want all that on the grill, it's just going to drip, man. I mean, some of that is hard cartilage too. So to trim about a quarter inch all the way around, and definitely Masterbuilt 1050, 700 degrees. You can see the imprints from when I had already had them on there and then flipped. But look at that freaking sear, dude. I mean, use Southern flavor on them. That's my go-to on steaks. That's what I'm used to. I've done a bunch of reverse sear steaks recently, and they're okay. They're just not what we're used to. We like just a close to room temperature steak, seasoned and just seared really quickly. This is what my family's used to and we like. I love reverse sear steak, but this is just better.
Yeah. For me, Wagyu is a good they make good appetizers, but I like, first of all, I like the beef taste. Yes, fat is what a flavor is. That's why Wagyu is so like sought after, because they're like, it has so much flavor, but there's a lot of fat. Now there's two people I know, one guy in Wyoming, one guy here. Yeah. And I think I got the go ahead that I'm going to get this cow next year or the year after. It is a Wagyu mixed with an Angus. I want them to name it Wangus, but they won't. Wangus. But,
I've heard that before. Yeah.
No, but this is one of the reasons I'm not a fan of Wagyu.
Well, hold on.
And the hype of it. This here.
Did you see that? See that? No? Okay.
18 ounces for $70 fucking dollars.
You're right. You're right.
I am sorry, but the flavor is not that. Like, I'm sorry if I took a bite of that shit and I was just like, ugh, and buku. Yeah. But I'm sorry. The price, the hype on it, the market markup. So if you guys don't know, like I said, you're not wrong, but it's just one of those things. It's like, I can afford to go get a Wagyu steak, but do I want one? No, I get American made, 100% beef here, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This, like I said, so these two strips right here, right? You see the poundage on them, almost a pound, 3/4 of a pound, right? And these were reasonably priced. They're like 20. Well, as far as reasonably priced will be these days for beef, because it's kind of up there. Those were like $20 steaks a piece.
And I can get up here, I can go get a 3-pound freaking tomahawk for $30.
You're in a very unique area. Don't even freaking front, bro. Don't even front.
Well, no, it's just because I go to Sam's, and that's across the board. Now, mind you, my beef that we get for our cow is a different story. Sam's doesn't use South Dakota beef.
Yeah.
Exclusively.
And I was about to say, you're closer to packing plants and a lot more stuff than I am.
Well, that doesn't count or jive, because if that's true, we have Smithfield 4 hours away, one of the biggest pork distributors.
Yeah.
We don't have pork belly in the city of Rapid or the state of South Dakota.
Nobody's requested it.
Trust me. I've asked. I'm like, can we get pork belly? And they straight up say but like, no, they're not even getting it offered.
That's ridiculous.
You guys remember we got our own pork chops cut extra thick that are called Iowa chops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the home of pork. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like your guys.
No, I drove through there and I smelled that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get outside the city and people are like, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh, that's a pig." What's that? Oh, that's cow. You can tell by smell.
No, but it's chicken house, bro. It's chicken house.
But no, the first time I had Wagyu was at one of the high-end restaurants here. Me and my wife won a masquerade ball contest, and we got to go to this place called Enigma. It was like a $200 gift card, and I picked they have on the menu, it's a 4-course meal picked by the chef. So it's a mystery meal. So I picked that because I'm an adventurous eater. My wife was like, nope. And the appetizer was razor thinly sliced Wagyu rolled with balsamic vinegar on top of kale or some shit like that.
You can take the kale out, and I'll eat that all day, bro.
Yeah, and they seared it with a torch, you could tell, and I literally, it was like 8 pieces, and I was just like, and it just melted in your mouth, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. But then it was just that whole thing after I wanted to do it, And when you're in a place where you're bigger city where you live, it's actually cheaper because they don't. Well, you know.
Let's just put it this way: we don't have any very high end butcher shops here. We have a few good butcher shops, Mosley's and a few other ones, and I've talked to them about it. Because man, you said it the other day. I forgot about it. What? Starts with a P.
Picanha.
Picanha. It's a cut of steak. It's a cut of steak that's it's really popular in Brazil.
A cut of roast.
You can get a roast. You can cut it in steaks. It's got a huge salt fat cap on it. You know what I mean? It's called the Queen of Steaks. So, my boys over East Pensacola get it up from the butcher shop over there. I don't have the patience to cross the bay and get it from there and get back. But it's a beautiful freaking cut of meat if you can get it from a decent place.
And if you can get beef cheeks, people. Beef cheeks.
We're going a little far there, bro.
No,
it's good. It's good. I've had it. It's good.
Beef cheeks are amazing.
The best part of the animal, most any animal, is the cheek. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
even in fish, you cut the cheek part out right there. Oh my God, that is so good.
Beef cheeks, picanha, which talking to my rancher, he goes, "Oh, that's just the top sirloin, top cut." I was like, "Yeah,
yep,
top sirloin roast, top cut," and it's a Brazilian thing.
Yep,
you know. So,
but hopefully you take it, slice it, trim the fat a little bit off of it to even layer, and freaking throw it on there. Sear the crap out of it. It's a beautiful cut because you have it. It looks kind of like a New York strip because it's got this fat layer on the backside. It's got a little fat bubble, but it's way softer fat than a New York strip. So you cook it like this. You know, this is rare, medium rare, and it's just cut it thin, slice it thin, and just drop it in your mouth. It's amazing. So, anyway, Alabama Wagyu was pretty damn good. I wish. I'm probably going to try to go to the farm next time and try to buy direct. These were frozen New York strips. They were really good for what they were.
Try to get them fresh.
I really want to see what their calving ratio is and, all these things, what the production stuff is. And not that I need to investigate it. Like it's freaking rural Alabama. You're grass feeding your cows and you're good.
I just got this picture, like two redneck farmers out there going, "Hey, I hear we can make a lot of money calling these steers Wagyu."
Trust me, I don't doubt it, but they literally have had to prove their lineage before.
Yeah, so, the USDA, you can't just name something with the USDA. It'd be crazy
I'm sure, bro. Like,
it is Alabama.
I'm just saying, I got a picture of two rednecks that are like, "Hey, Bob, what, Billy Bob?"
No. And I did do some pretty mean looking thin chops the other day. Just saying.
Nice.
It was good. It was good. A little bit of Cavenders and a hot grill. They were pretty stinking good. Ate up all of them for sure. And let me see if I can even get this up. I did find a couple deals. On a pork brisket.
Oh, the pork brisket.
Yeah. So, Rouse's is a grocery store down here in the Southeast. Gulf Coast owned, more of a Louisiana style. Awesome array of barbecue sauces and rubs and seafood and beef, pork, and stuff like that. Just kind of a down-home grocery store. Good little chain right down the street for me. And I saw this package a couple weeks ago called pork brisket. I'm like, took a picture of it. I'm like, pork brisket. So I started researching it. It is the same cut of meat that you would get from a pig. Or a cow. But it's on a pig. But most pigs are slaughtered, you got to think, anywhere between 50 and 80 pounds. It just depends. You know what I mean? Yeah. So most cows are slaughtered anywhere between 1,500 and 1,800 pounds.
Jen's just cat's back there making out with itself. I'm sorry.
Oh, they've been having an orgy.
There's two of them.
Night.
Yeah, there's two.
Yeah,
There's
no,
one, and then there's the other.
They started when me and
Sorry.
Jen got on here before. They're like, my cats are having an orgy. I'm like, well, that'll be good filler.
I'm sorry.
It's still going on.
Yeah.
They're gonna show off.
They really like each other.
Scratchy scratch. Oh. Anyway, cat orgy to pork brisket. Or back and forth. So I don't know what grand idea I had in my head. I thought it, it'd be a decent size. It was like 8 pounds. It was like 99 cents a pound. So it was like $8.50, whatever it was. And so I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to do this up. So I cut it open and like 5 little serpents slipped out. Not really serpents, but they were like literally strip cuts. And it boggled my mind for a second. I'm like, what is going on? And I was like, stop and literally think about the anatomy and size of a pig to be like, oh, these are the pectoral muscles of a pig. These are literally the bottom of the rib tips and a little bit of the shoulder blade, like the bottom of a picnic roast. I'm like, it's the same cut. It's just not as well developed and is obviously not as big as a brisket. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna throw some salt and pepper, garlic, some barbecue sauce, big butt brisket rub on these things and throw them on the grill. I knew they were thin, and they're not going to take as long. Set them at 225. Didn't want to evaporate a lot of moisture out of them. I knew the salt was going to draw a lot out, so I did put, some drip pans and stuff down. I kept them moist and got them up to temp. And oh, puppy dogs. But I just kind of stopped videotaping. It was didn't turn out great. It was they were edible. It was more like pork jerky. I kept them moist, but it just did not have enough fat in them, intermuscular fat. It was a tougher muscle. I did everything I knew how to do. I do have another package of them. So I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And I'll share a little video where I'm kind of unwrapping them and stuff and looking at them. All right, brand new thing for me, and a lot of the people that I know in the barbecue world is a pork brisket. This is usually a trash cut. Now you can see that $8.54, and it's like 8 something pounds, right? This stuff gets trimmed away from a picnic shoulder, but I found it at my local Rouse's for an awesome price for 8.5 pounds of meat. So I'm gonna drain it, pat it down. Throw some of the big butt brisket rub from barbecue sauce on it. Nice pepper, salt, a couple of secret ingredients. Because I'm going to try to do it a little Texas style. So we'll see how this works out. Masterbuilt's already cranking up out there. It's going to be interesting for sure. So. And then it's kind of sharing my disappointment, and you'll see how thin this crap was.
Right. Yeah, he said doing Korean barbecue
style. A little disappointed,
Yeah.
but we're gonna make it happen. So what I thought was one contiguous piece of meat ends up there multiple cuts.
That is actually good job, good call,
Yeah.
Mike.
Actually,
that's Korean barbecue.
Mike. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That is straight up.
Shoulder bone there. A lot of crazy fat I got to trim off. But yeah, there's 5 pieces in here. Yeah, look kind of unappetizing, but it's good muscular fat, so we're going to see what we can do. These might just be, we might take them to 205 and just shred them up. We'll see how much. I got enough room on the grill for sure. I got a couple different grates, but it's going to be interesting to say the least. I'm going to trim these up and we're going to see what else we can do with them. Well then. Yeah, it was interesting. All right, Brand. Right.
You could almost do them like a carne asada flank steak almost.
I'll have to investigate that.
It looks like you could do a flank steak.
Yeah, it's such a cheap cut of meat. I literally have a whole nother package because it's $8 and it's in my freezer. I'm gonna have to think on this a little bit and see. I'll have to trim it up, trim the bone out, and just see how I can do it to keep it moist and make it flavorful. It's not enough mass to like inject or anything like that. So I mean,
got to keep the meat moist. Moist
Always.
is the key. Moist is the key.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Frank. Just like Mike said, Korean. Yeah. See, me, I've never been a guy to marinate. Where was that?
Yeah.
Right here. Frank, I've never been a guy to marinate meat overnight. Nope.
I've never done that.
Well, not pork or beef, but maybe turkey or chicken, No,
I will inject it 30 minutes before I cook it, smoke it, fry it, whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't. Maybe turkey. Maybe every now and then. Maybe I've injected it a little bit, like 12 hours ahead of time.
Yeah,
and then right before I'll inject it again. But
turkey and chicken, I'll brine. I've brined pork.
You'll brine a lot.
A couple things, but I don't marinate because I just don't like my meat being gray.
Yeah, me either. It's a little weird for me.
It's a visual thing. You eat with your eyes as much as with your mouth. Yeah,
but it also it's a texture. To me, it's also a texture because it almost like because there's so much acid in marinades, it actually cooks the meat while it's marinated. It breaks it down and cooks it, so you don't get that super flavorful.
You don't get complete consistency throughout the texture of the meat, like from the outside layer to the middle layer.
Like the Army cooks, when we used to get steak night over in Kuwait, they'd be just dumping gallons of orange juice and then they'd throw the steaks in. And I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, it tenderizes them. And I'm like, no.
One of my
like the Navy do, they have to boil meat because they can't risk someone getting sick. Now, mind you, when my dad was on the boat, and Michael could probably attest to this, they only do that for the junior guys, the guys that have to eat in the major galley. Because my dad was in mess, and I guarantee you those steaks were not boiled.
Yeah.
Boiled steak.
Boiled meat.
No.
I can guarantee you that my first turkey was never even close to that. I roll out on some fried turkey, bro.
Yeah.
Just anything in a pot. I'm Southern.
Now, I will be honest with it. Like not my very first brisket, but one of my brisket attempts before I was doing this, like I'm doing it now. I had a couple briskets that were dry because I chased the stall like you weren't supposed to, and I was using a traditional smoker back before I knew how to just relax and do it. Where my shit was like 165 for 3 hours, and I'm like freaking out. So I load it up with charcoal and wood and get that fire rolling. And
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, it always happens.
All right.
You gotta learn.
We were all amateurs.
Frank, I'm sorry. Everyone wasn't able to help God design the cow. And I'm just saying, bro. Like he's over there barbecuing at Pompeii. That was his.
No, we're gonna get a good smoke ring on this side, the side facing the volcano. We're gonna get the best smoke ring.
Maybe that was a little too much, God.
Frank was barbecuing mastodons, man. He had like big tomahawk mastodon steaks.
No, we all learned. I mean, like I said, that was a very weird cut of meat for me, and the brisket stuck in my head.
Yeah, and you went with brisket,
but I knew it was pork, and I knew it was thin, so I did everything I knew to do. But also, it was my last weekend without the kids, so bro, I was in my pool, I was listening to music, I was chilling out. So I had to set alarms to actually go out there and check it because, like, I was not attentive to it. But I mean, sprayer and everything. Yeah, basically, I'm like, whatever. But no, I'll do better in the next one. Like I said, it was edible. If I could have sliced it on a slicer, I would have laid that. It would have been sandwich meat all day, because I mean, it was basically smoked cured pork with the BBQ sauce rub on it, and it was amazing for what it was. But if you got too big of a piece, you were like, "Wow, I just ate all that salt." But if I could have had a slicer, and man, that would have been awesome cured pork. Put it that way. It was actually really good in that aspect.
Frank was a Marine, so you were on land hitting the mastodon. Glenn was in the Navy, so he was out on the water hitting the freaking whatever the water dinosaurs were.
Loch Ness, the plesiosaur.
Plesiosaur.
Thin meat is always tricky. You're right, and that was a very thin cut of meat, a very unfamiliar cut of meat with a bone in it, and I should have just hacked that bone off and whipped with the strips. And
well, I mean, like I said, quick. You sear it. You got to sear it like super quick.
Yeah,
stuff like that. You definitely or boat it. Just being pork though, that's one of those like odd. Even looking at it, like Michael said, the first thing I thought of was, ooh, that'd be like some carne asada, some kind of,
It will be next time.
Yeah, make some tacos.
Saying, I mean,
some fajitas.
We all have failures when we cook. Don't tell me nobody on here ever freaking burnt something or, overcooked it or, it disintegrated on the grill, whatever.
The very first time I did 3-2-1 ribs, they came out looking perfect. And everyone loved them. And that's when I figured out people in South Dakota don't have no taste buds. And I was like, I go to eat one and I'm like, it looked like a picture. They could have used it in a magazine for what ribs supposed to look like.
Yeah,
but this shit had like no moisture in it.
Yeah. It's it's really white in South Dakota and not just during the winter. Just saying. And Felix is trying to add the seasoning to that region, but just saying, he's doing a great job. But be cautious.
It was funny. That's great. I was like, okay.
So speaking of food, let me load up this video earlier. So my wife's got a little couple pots in the backyard, trying to grow some tomatoes and peppers and stuff like that.
So your wife grows pot in the backyard? Cool.
She grows peppers and tomatoes in the house.
I was going to say, I need to talk to your wife.
Yeah, you ain't gonna talk to her about that. She a nurse, brah.
Look at these crazy caterpillars.
Look at these guys.
Oh, cool.
These guys. Within the
These
span of
things
a
are
day,
3.5 inches long.
3 of them's all I found so far. Look at that horn on their head. It actually is a little spike.
Yeah, I was about to get. See, some white people shit.
White
shit. That's how you find out.
Look at this. Look at the damage they did in a day.
Strip the leaves.
Look at that.
Hit some of the fruit.
But let me touch it.
Look at all the caterpillar shit.
That's all caterpillar shit down there. All that black stuff.
There might be another one in here somewhere, but holy crap, dude! They stripped it almost down.
Dude, they eat quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We go hunting for some more.
Just in the span of a day.
I literally would not be surprised if I saw this on the master bill tomorrow.
Might be on a skewer, bro.
Caterpillar kebabs.
Horned worms is what they're called, and this is a tobacco horned worm. It's got certain type of stripes and stuff like that. Like I looked it up. I'm like, where did these things come from? And they end up making a huge moth, like a garbled brown moth, whatever it was nuts. I'm like, I just called Sam. I'm like, yo, your tomato plants are screwed, bro. I'm gonna tell you have to snip them off like down here and like let them sprout again. Like they're done. Yeah, they were actually tobacco hornworms, not tomato hornworms. There's a difference.
They're close, but there's a difference. Yeah.
Googled it. Otherwise, I was like, yeah, hornworm. We're good. Yeah, that shit was nuts.
My mom is terrified of worms, and so like, like they got potato worms, which are basically the same but a little bigger. And my dad was digging up taters one year in the garden, and he found one. He chased my mom around the house with one. She was running, screaming. I'm just sitting there laughing. My mom runs around, smacks me. It's not funny, and keeps running.
All right, we will revive a small segment that we've had in the past, and we've skipped over a little bit. I think Cuddling Kittens might have a couple items for his in this, and I have a few as well. We will revisit now Tactically Acquired. Yep, these are small mementos.
What did you acquire?
Not gonna
while you were in the
say
military?
war trophies from your time in the military. That's probably an illegal term. Whatever, who cares?
I got this pin.
I got this pin. Oh, that's a 7-level. That's a 7-level pin.
I got a 7-level pin.
Oh shit.
That's an Air Force joke. If you don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, if you would like to submit anything to Tactically Acquired, please make sure that you are legally allowed to possess it before you show it or send it to us. We will not go in court and testify on your behalf. We'll be like, yeah, he had it. Sorry.
Hey,
yeah,
I have, and I know how to plead the fifth. Just saying.
Exactly. Do not submit anything illegal to this channel because I got enough friends.
That bad juju.
Yeah, I got enough friends with all that stuff, and I keep it on that side of my life, and I don't know nothing about it. But Cuddling Kittens, you may have a couple things. You want to go first?
Yeah, I have mini pens.
Yes.
So they come in a gun case, and somebody off TikTok sent them to me, and I got some close up pictures that I can pull up. So they made one for me and one for my husband.
Nice.
And
there you go.
I like the fact that they're different. So we definitely had to rock, paper, scissors who got what. But the detailing that is on
they're
these
amazing.
are
amazing.
just phenomenal. And he hand makes these.
I have not looked at his site yet because I don't have money. So this weekend after payday, I'm going to go look at his sites because I'll have money and I can buy.
I just want everybody to notice these are bolt action pins.
Oh, yeah. That's what's cool. I mean, well, it looks, it's even got copper tip at the end, like a round, that's just so cool.
Yep.
But this is his Facebook page.
Scripts.
And he can make pretty much anything custom that you can think of. He can probably make it.
Nice.
That one that's on display right there. That was just like a deer antler, little
the
holder
carry
and stuff.
case. I mean, the carry case is even just badass. You know?
Show those again.
Yeah.
What?
You know.
And then they literally open up, and he's cut out the foam.
Oh,
so that they fit right in there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, my husband loves this pen. I had to snag it back from him to show.
Just show it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to snag it back from me too. Like I'd be like, no, it's mine.
Yeah. He literally whips it out like out of his sleeve, like, you need me to sign stuff? So ridiculous.
I got you.
Yeah, anyone need a pen? I know a guy.
I would keep it in the case in my like hip pocket.
Yeah,
in the uniform. I'd be like, oh, I need to hold on a second. Like put it on the table. Like open up the case. Like all ceremoniously. Like pick it out and like.
No, but he makes He also makes interchangeable crochet hooks.
Oh, look at you! Look at you! You found a kindred spirit.
Oh,
yeah! I was like,
nice.
Yeah, so I can change the tip for a different size for whatever I need for the crochet project, because size does matter in crochet.
Sweet. Did you have some patches or anything? I thought you had a couple earlier. If you don't, I mean, you were flashing them earlier. Like, what's up?
There's a baby.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Everybody look at this one right here.
Hey, it's a baby. Go. Not, it's go.
If
go
you're
Jim.
any kind of maintainer.
What's his name?
If you're a maintainer, you need this one.
Yes. 100 tears.
Yes.
Go Gru. Isn't his name Go Gru?
Yes. Yes, sure, whatever.
Don't you whatever. He is the one.
I have a Dependa patch.
That one fractured. Oh, I love that one.
So it says DLTW on the t-shirt. What does that mean?
Dependas lead the way. Yeah, she runs a meme page on Instagram, and she's a gamer. And I've talked to her a little bit offline, and she's a sweetheart. She's pretty freaking awesome. She sent me stickers, so on my laptop it looks just like this. I have this little sticker on my laptop, and I'm just like, yes.
Hell yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Does she have a website or anything like that?
She's on website. Instagram as Dependas Lead the Way.
Grogu, fucker. My bad. Sorry. Who saved Grogu from the Jedi Temple?
I don't even know what you guys are even talking about right now.
Mandalorian. So. I have a husband that is obsessed with Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
So no, I don't know. I somewhat watched the show and then I started getting bored.
No, it was funny.
It's his thing.
No, it was funny. Someone tried to say that Luke Skywalker saved him from the temple. I'm like, it's impossible because Luke's dad killed them all.
Oh, hold on. Breaking news. Cricket
found a cricket. Well,
cricket,
not yet.
Combat cricket is combating a cricket right now.
So you're fighting your inner demons.
Everybody F in the chat for respect and good luck. Good luck on your journey.
Send in Tuco.
It's your living room. Oh, that was pretty good. That's pretty good.
Jen's,
that's a great moment. Like boom.
Crickets, she's fighting her demons.
History loves irony. Just all I'm saying. History loves irony. All right, so I got a few patches. I don't actually think I've ever showed these. This is from one of my next to last units. This is 33rd Fighter Wing, Eglin Air Force Base, Florida, and we're getting a little interference, but that's fun. This is the F-35 wing on Eglin Air Force Base. I was there for 5 years, from not the very beginning of the presence of the jets, but definitely the very beginning of the presence of the maintenance on the jets. Because, I mean, when I first got there, it was YouTube before lunch and darts after lunch. And we weren't allowed to touch anything, man. We weren't. Like,
dude, isn't it crazy when you're working on new shit?
They didn't trust us, man.
They're just so weird. Like, they're gonna break it. We gotta fix it.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, we're not gonna ship these guys out to just make a bushing and install it. Like, we have 90 years of combat coded aircraft experience in the shop. We've been waiting to make a bushing for a year and a half. Just let us do it. And finally, we got our chief and everybody involved. They're like, you got to start using them. So we did. We started using them. We had engineers over our back. Freaking, yeah. I may or may not have elbowed one on accident. Not accident.
I get their point of view. It's like,
yeah, I do too.
It's like their baby and things on those aircraft. Everything's one off. And
I know it.
Yeah, everything is one off, and they're just like. But the same thing, like working the B2, you had engineers where you're doing a repair or doing something, and they're standing up there like eyeballing you, and you're looking at them like, I know you made this, but you couldn't do what I'm doing, so why don't you step back?
Yeah, we ended up doing a how do I put it? A chase ream. Basically between two pillars on an engine mount. Like, you had to be completely concentric and completely lined up. We concocted this whole thing. We're like, yeah, this is the way we're going to do it. They sent 2 engineers down. I can't imagine their salaries now because I'm a manufacturing engineer. Like, they sent these 2 guys down there to supervise a tech sergeant and a staff sergeant to chase ream these 2 holes. And like, they were literally like, I had to do breathing on my neck. I'm like, bro, you got to back off. We're gonna have trouble. And we did that. A few other jobs. We actually created some tools for quite a lot of jobs. And by the end, when I left, we were the easy button. It was ridiculous how much. They put an engineer on site to immediately approve our ideas when we came up with them. Like, basically, we were like, oh, we got this problem. We're going to do this. So here's the solution. Just sign it. And the guy's like, looks good. just like every other combat coded jet that we've ever worked on. Great job. Cool bean.
Yeah, that's one thing, Michael. And tell your brother Dave, he's an amazing comedian. Anyway,
oh yeah, so right here, y'all don't even know this boy. Go ahead and finish your joke about it, but I'll go back to Michael Chappelle.
No, it was cool because when I was in depot, that is literally when they sent us through our block training for depot. So you get in there, you have to have experience as a maintainer to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
But they would bring the engineers in, and I'm like, why am I sitting here? Like literally, I'm talking to this one lieutenant, and I'm talking about Cherry Max rivets.
Yeah,
and he goes, "What's that?" I'm like,
"Oh,
I'm talking about. You're an engineer. Like it's literally what holds the shit you engineer together. It's like you breathe oxygen and you go, what's that? So I'm like, and then I learned, I'm like, oh, you know what's in this book. And I was like, gotcha. And so what we would do to help them out, we would have our exercises where we're doing combat scenarios or damage and actually blowing holes in an aircraft to make repairs. The first day we would give the damage, let the engineer go evaluate it and let him come back with a repair. And we would sit there because you had to literally write out your repair, your dimensions, your rivet space. Like every rivet you put in had to be on a piece of paper, and every hole, fasteners, sealant, all that. And they would come back with this just beefed up, and we would build it.
Oh yeah,
because everything is timed. We would build it, we would do it, and the repair would literally time out to like 2.5 days. You know, one guy actually he was extra, and his repair went 4 days. And we were like, all right, cool. That's your repair. Now, this is how we're going to repair it. And then we've like, we're going to take all that shit off. We're going to take all that shit off. And it's like 2 layers of metal.
We're talking about field,
one filler, one beef up plate. We're going to use pop rivets, not Joe bolts, which are mechanical bolts, like because they're not necessary unless we want to drop this patch on the enemy. And it's like, look, that patch took an hour, and that's just repair time, and cure time is another. You know, it's in that. So repair time, cure time is another hour on 23. That. So yeah,
23 hours. 23 hours.
And you go in there. And you go in there and blah, 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 do your thing. Well, we would roll. The cool thing about it is we would roll our cure checks because if the plane was down for other stuff, we would literally just go, oh, we're good because it's down for this. So they're going to take 5 hours to do that. They're going to take so many.
All that stuff.
So all that cushion. Oh, they're doing this. It's not going here. So cool. We'll go get it tacked up, and we did a couple things to make shit go a little extra sometimes.
When you start cushioning 72 hours, though.
You know, because we were allowed. Yeah, we were allowed to, you know, mix shit hot.
Dean, tell your rep to chop the jet and pin the seats. You couldn't have a crew chief or an E&E guy go in there and pin the seats or chock it. You had to call a civilian guy out there who almost got sucked in the inlet when he walked by to chock the jet. Because he's got the experience and he knows his jet better than you.
Yeah, and it was cool once we got engineering that understood that, and they would literally sit back. We would do the job real world, and then we would give them paperwork, and they would just sit there, and some of them would get bored and then crunch the numbers because they would just be bored. But they knew, like, oh, yeah, that dude, Sergeant Thomas, he's been working on B-52s for 15 years. Anything he puts on his jet ain't going to fall off. Like, you know.
Yeah. We didn't have no DOP. We didn't have no dropped object crap going on.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. So this is my brother, Michael Chappelle. I grew up with him. We were in a high school band together. There are innumerable, unspeakable things we have accomplished together.
How far?
Oh yeah, we were definitely band. We had our own band camp where we blew up fireworks and crazy stuff.
Get stuck up there.
Yeah, he was in the Navy for quite a while. Mike, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, brother. Another squid for sure. That's what he said. That's why it's the theory of operations. So hell yeah, squids Mike. Thanks for jumping on, brother.
No, those are puddle pirates.
No, squids are neighbor.
Puddle pirates.
Yeah. Coast Guard's puddle pirates. Seamen. That's what Matt Brizendine, when he gets on here, is a puddle pirate because he was Coast Guard. But he was actually helicopter mechanic, so he's not bad. Oh my God. What? We dropped panels in a playground for a school. What? Wow. You just smack a freaking kid in the face with a freaking drop panel.
Kids out playing kickball.
All we ever did was drop a engine in a farmer's field in North Dakota. And the cool thing is,
I remember that one.
I had a repair. This is the B-52. They dropped the whole nacelle, and the repair I did on the back of there's a inlet ducts they put on the side. You put this big 150,000 stainless steel beef up repair on them with the vanes cracking. And this thing pretty much buries into the field, rolls, and then the investigating team goes out and takes all these pictures. And I remember when we got the pictures back in the sheet metal shop,
it was Felix's fault.
It was cool because you see my patch still there, perfect, still intact. I was like, yes.
But the patch you did made the whole thing fall off, so it was your fault.
No, it didn't. It was actually a crew chief.
All right. So that was 33rd Fighter Wing, right? That's actually a flight patch. That's actually from the wing commander, which is pretty cool. We did some cool stuff from him. This is one of our squadrons, of course, 58 Fighter Squadron, the Guerrillas. They used to be an F-15 squadron back in the Persian Gulf, and up until about 2010, I think, is when they vacated Eglin. So that's one of their flight patches. Also do have the 33rd Op Squadron Jokers. Oh, wow. That just blended straight in, bro.
Yeah.
All green.
That is weird.
One of my good friends, Patrick, was AFE there, and I was leaving. He's like, bro, I'm going to get you an Op Squadron patch. I'm like, cool. But, yeah, you can tell the background is green.
Yeah.
That is my tactically acquired, and that's my next to last assignment when I was in the Air Force, and one of the best, even though it was ATC. Usually people in ATC don't get to have fun or do anything crazy. We didn't for a while, but it came around to us to the point where we were the easy button. You know, we got recognized. We got shipped around the country to teach other F-35 squadrons a lot of stuff, metals technology and stuff like that, fabrication, all kinds of things like that. It was a lot of fun, spreading the knowledge. Not a lot of fun when people took all your ideas and went on to do great things without acknowledgement.
It happens.
It does. And one of the weirdest things was, and I know, Felix, you remember this program. It was the Airman Powered by Innovation program where you would get
the idea.
Yeah, idea program where if you came up with an idea for an improvement on an aircraft that saved money during a year, you could get up to 10% of the tangible fiscal savings a year, up to $100,000. So possibly you could get 10,000. You could save 10,000. You could save $100,000 a year or more, and you would get a $10,000 check
or more.
That's the most. Up to 10%. Up to $100,000. If you had a tangible,
they must have changed it because I seen a
offset
bigger check than that.
Of $3 million, you would only get $10,000. That was literally the rules, because we looked it up because they canceled it the year I went to the F-35 program, and we saved that program so much stupid money, and we never got. I mean, pat on the back, service member recognition. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got a T-shirt and stuff like that. But I was like, bro, if we had that program, everybody in my shop would have had probably $20,000-$30,000 extra a year for this.
We had a boss in my shop.
It was ridiculous, dude. It was ridiculous how much crap we came up with.
I'm not gonna mention his name, but there's a boss
exactly who you're talking about.
Our shop who literally came to us. With our fixes.
Cue up his name and I'll say it. I don't care.
I'll say it. His name was Bert.
Sorry, Bert. Asshole.
Mr. Bert. And
I don't care who he is now.
And he actually came out and he was like, oh, looking at all these fixes we do, because the B-1, one thing about this airframe is the TO on it isn't really built like the B-52 with decades and centuries of repairs.
Seriously,
of repairs, because some of the repairs come off of other bombers.
Oh, you mean bay door seals where he stole $7,000 from a couple of airmen because they came up with a repair.
They came up with a repair. We
and
came up with a
submitted it.
repair, and I remember helping those guys because I went to
$7,200. $7,200. This guy got a check for somebody else's repair.
And I was like, cool, I'll help you guys with it. And I remember helping him.
Sergeant Burt.
And he took it and submitted it as his own. And I was just like, but ooh, look at the time.
Yep. It is. So let's go ahead and do some exfills, some outros, exfilling out of the situation. Unless anyone else has any other things to add. I mean, we went through our tactically acquired, went through a little bit of cook stuff. Barbecue Sauce got his ad in. Actually, before we do anything, we actually need to do this slide again because unless you guys did it while I was gone, to my kids, this will only be the second time. So we are a part of the Veterans Anonymous Network. Right now, we are broadcasting on twitch.tv/VetsAnon, YouTube/Veterans Anonymous, and Facebook/Veteran Anonymous 22. Usually on Monday nights, we do have Monday Night Mayhem Radio. They are on a sabbatical this summer, and we will welcome them back with open arms whenever they want to come back. We hope for some updates pretty soon on their arrival dates. You are watching Scram Jett. We are on 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays. I like to start a little bit, well, not later. I like to start after my kids go to bed. That's about it. That's why we're at 8 p.m. Kind of early for me otherwise. So please join us next week for sure. On 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays, we have Veterans Anonymous Crossroads. That's with the combat cricket. She was in here earlier tonight hunting a actual cricket in her living room. Imagine that irony. So they do play a lot of games, Family Feud, and those of that sort. Please join the broadcast and submit your questions. And basically, you're in a big interview when you get in there, submit answers and questions and comments. They do like to bring a lot of guests on to play Family Feud and other games that they play. Again, Crossroads, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays. And rounding on our week, well, not necessarily rounding on our week, on Thursdays, because we're having a show that's in and out of there, and maybe Sauce Boss can elaborate later. It's the Full Metal Crayon Eaters. They are 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Thursdays. Our two resident Marines, the two Wild Childs, the two Crayon Eaters. We love them to death. We're thankful they're on the network. They give a little bit of variety between all of our Air Force veterans. You know, we got to have a good mix-up. We got to have a show to relate to everyone out there. At least we're trying. So right now, one of the hosts, Kyle Killinger, a.k.a. Baby Jesus, is on a 3,000-mile run across America to raise awareness for veteran suicide. Please go check out his Facebook page because he's my brother. And if you see so fit, please check out his content and see if you would like to donate to his cause on Venmo. His Venmo is right there. He just posted that up just a little bit ago. I'm going to actually share one of his videos right now because we have not done that all night. Oh, probably got to take that off first. You guys hear that?
No volume.
Well, let's try this again.
It's hot.
There it goes.
It is really hot today. But we're in a new place today. Mike picked me up. I picked Mike up last night. We drove about 20 minutes outside of Las Vegas, and this is where I slept today.
Hoover Dam.
If I want to guess, that. I don't know what you guys get very long because it's just awesome. All right, here you go. We're at the Hoover Dam, baby.
He's live right now.
We're at the Hoover Dam.
Is he live?
Yep.
On because he's my brother or what?
On his page.
Which page? Because he's my brother?
No, his personal page.
Okay, well, I'm going to look that up.
Than normal. But it is day 148 of the 22 push-up challenge for the 22 veterans who commit suicide every day. It is day 148 of the 22 push-up challenge for the 22 veterans who commit suicide every day.
Can you make it bigger?
Got some stories that I'll never forget. I got some stories for the book. Vegas sealed it. I'm not going to talk about that. I try to be as transparent with you guys as I can, as I'm comfortable with, because me opening up about things is not easy for me. I don't like to do it because I don't like to feel uncomfortable or vulnerable. Oh, wow. Thanks, Web. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you.
We got you, brother.
Yeah. I don't like to be vulnerable. No one does, but sometimes you need to be. So, today is day 148. And been dealing with a lot of stuff. Honestly, over the course of the last few months, that I don't want to deal with, but I have to. And I am dealing with them in the most positive and uplifting way that I think that I can.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's very easy for me to fall into a quiet, depressed state because that's just who I am. And I try my best not to get there because it's not good for me. So there are some things in my life that I won't have, that I want. There are things in my life that I want in my life I will achieve. There are things that I will get that I want. There are things that I won't. That's just how life is. Not just for me, it's for everybody. But I try to keep my page as clean as possible, out of respect for a lot of people. But people that really know me know that I cuss quite a bit. So I try to be respectful of it. But there are things that I want in my life that I'm going to work my little ass off for, and I will work my life for. And there are things that I will not compromise on. So, and those things are for me. I hope everyone has their things in their life that they won't compromise on. So, I'm going to do these push-ups, and then maybe I'll reiterate, or I'll come back. We'll see. No, I didn't eat dinner there, I promise. Need to really get that street. Can't do it there. So I'm going to cheat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. One for the core. One for Ryan Sheebley. I hope you had a good day today. I hope your surgery went well. And I love you, brother. This one's for you.
Nice.
I actually just did him with him as soon as I can catch up.
If you don't know Ryan Sheebley, you're missing out. He's one of the most amazing humans I've ever met in my life. Not just a bearded brother, but he's amazing. So, Ryan, I hope your surgery went well today. I miss you, and I'll see you soon. But yeah, it's been a lot of things have been weighing on me lately, and I always do the classic Kyle, bottle everything up and hold it all in. And I don't want to get to that point anymore. I will, Audi. Thanks, Webb. I appreciate it, man. Good job. So I struggle with depression really bad, and a lot of people do. And people that do know that it's not something you can control. It's not just a switch you can flick on and off, because obviously it's not that easy. Same with anxiety. I don't have anxiety, but they both work the same way. You can't just turn it on and off.
We're going to stay with him until he's done.
I'm very fortunate that I don't have PTSD. I wish I could take that away for everyone that does. Like I don't have it, but I've seen what it has done and can do to people. You know, I know the world's not perfect. I know the world will never be perfect, but I know that one person can change the world. We've all seen it done multiple times in different ways. And if we all work together, the opportunities and the things that we can do to change the world would be limitless. I'm not a perfect person, never have been, never will be. I strive to be a better person every day than I was the day before. That's what I live my life for, really. Like, I just want to continuously improve my life, improve who I am as a human. I try my best to be a good person. It doesn't always work. I still lose my temper. I still say things that I shouldn't say. I still let things bother me that shouldn't bother me. But we never. There's a cat. Oh, that's a dog.
Squirrel.
I don't know.
Squirrel.
I just got a lot weighing on me.
What's a cat?
And like I said, I try to be as transparent as I can with you guys. So it should be out. I'm not gonna pet it though because I don't want to die. I know that I can't change people that don't want to change. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Hopefully everybody can hear what's going on with Kyle's live right now. He's just doing his end of day wrap up. So if you can't hear, let us know in the content.
My legs
comments.
I want this journey to change or save at least one person. I want to save everybody, but I know that that's not possible. But like, I want to help people with everything that I do in my life, not just this. want people to not feel what I feel. I know when things are good, I want people to feel that all the time. And I know that it was a cat, not a dog.
It was a cat, Jenny.
It was following me.
I thought it was a dog.
I
was like, Doug just wants to say hi. Cat's probably diseased. Fuck that.
I don't know. I could just mumble about this kind of stuff all day. But I also want this journey to be a healing process for me. That's what I said in the beginning. It's about the cause, it's raising awareness.
Hell yeah.
And everything. And it's also a healing journey for me. And it has not been that for me yet. I know I have a long way to go.
Yes.
I'm not thinking about how much farther I have to go, but I do know I have a long way to go. But I'll get there. And it will get there when it's supposed to. So, for me, letting go, letting things happen when they're supposed to happen, it's not easy for me. I'm not a control freak. I don't have to be in control of everything, but that's not what I mean. But I just have to let things happen how they're supposed to happen, when they're supposed to happen, even if we don't like it. So, like I said, I know that there are things that I want in my life that I will have, I will accomplish, and I will do. And there are things that I won't have, even though I work for them. Because we don't get everything we want and everything we work for. That's just not how it works. You know? But there are things that I won't compromise on. There are things that I will not give up on. There are things that I will not take no for an answer. I will, if I have to take it from the universe, I will. So a lot of times that's just what it is, you know, asking the universe for it. You can't just ask the universe for it. You have to, same way with other aspects of life. Like, you can't just ask or hope for things. Yeah, you can, but you can't just sit on your ass. You got to work for stuff. Like, when I want something, when I want to accomplish something, when I say I'll do something,
stay true to it. Do it.
A long time ago, it was just that. I would say I would do something, or I kind of wanted to do something. And I'm not that person anymore. When I say I will do something, if I want to do it, I will do it. If I don't want to do it, I won't. I've changed a lot in the past 7 years or so. I'm grateful for how far I've came. And I know that I will never let myself go back to the person that I was all that time ago. I just hope in the next 7 years I can look back and be like, you remember that time when you were in like wherever I am, Arizona, and you were like hoping that you would be farther along. Look how far you came.
Keep pushing.
So no one sees the 10,000 hours someone puts into something they're passionate about.
Absolutely.
They just see the end result, a winner or a loser, for what they did. But the person that put in that work knows exactly every second of those 10,000 hours that it took them to accomplish something. The reason why I use 10,000 hours is they say it takes 10,000 hours to perfect a craft. So, and I'm still on my way to reach that 10,000 hours of running. I don't know if I did it yet. I don't think I have, because that's a really long time.
Yeah.
But that's why I use that as an analogy. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that I've been dealing with, a lot of weight that I've been carrying. There's a lot of things that I guess you could say, too much stuff all at once. Dealing with the just for an example, some of the things I've worked for a year and a half on putting this together. That's a lot. Not in the grand scheme of things, but a year and a half of working on something is a lot. Seeing it come to fruition and it happening is hard to process because I never thought that I could get this far. I never thought it would start. I never thought I would have the support. Like, I knew I had support, but like with the amount of support that I've gotten is overwhelming. Seeing people that are wanting to be a part of it is mind-blowing. Seeing the difference in a lot of people since I've been doing this, and myself also, is overwhelming. And talking to people, dealing with the things that are in my head, and helping people, wanting to help more people, knowing that I can't help everybody, and trying to process all of that, and wanting to do more because I don't feel like I'm doing enough. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But I know what I'm doing is good, and I know what I'm doing is helping people, but I want to do more. I feel like anybody could be out here doing this if they wanted to and they put their mind to it. Everybody always says that what I'm doing is impossible for them. Not like 10 years ago, I couldn't run half a block. And 10 years ago, I didn't care. I know very well that I didn't care. And because I was more self-absorbed with myself and my feelings, and everything was all about me. And I still care about myself, but I want to put other people's feelings equal with mine because their feelings are just as valid as mine. I love you too, Tom. I want to do more because there are people that don't feel like they have anybody. Because I've been there. I have felt like that. It sucks when you think things are going to happen the way you planned and then they fall apart. It sucks when you have worked countless hours on something and it just nosedives, or it takes a turn, in a totally opposite direction. But the past 3-4 months have really weighed on me, and I have had problems processing and dealing with all of it. But like I said, I want to do more. I don't know what. I don't know what else I can do because, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I'm not all these other things, but I know I don't have to be all of those things to help people. I want everyone to know, veteran or not, that's going through anything in their life, PTSD, anxiety, depression, addiction, whatever, to know that they're not alone. They don't, their life has meaning. Whether they care about anybody else or not, I don't know. Those people still need the support system. So, like I said, my outlook on pretty much everything has changed over the past 6-7 years. A lot of you have known me for quite a while. Some of you know me my whole life. Some of you know me 5-6 years, and some of you know me less than that. But if you've known me for any amount of time, you know that I'm pretty much always changing. But I only want to change to be better. I'm tired of being depressed. I'm tired of feeling alone, even though I know that I'm not. That still doesn't change the fact that sometimes people with depression still feel like it. And I wish that that was not a thing. I hate it. I have the most amazing support group here and on the Run page. I have the best friends in the world, and I'm still meeting the most amazing people in the world every day out here. So I don't know. Like I said, I can sit here and literally go on about this all night because this is the kind of stuff that I think about when I'm running, when I'm out there alone and stuff. So I want that healing process to start, but I know that I can't rush it. It's going to happen when it needs to happen. So, and like I said, I know that when I want something, when I say that I'll do something, when there's something I want to accomplish or something I want to achieve or something I want to get, I won't give up on it until I just won't give up on it. I'm the most stubborn person you'll ever meet, I promise.
Damn right he is.
Challenge anyone to that. So, like I said, I just want to be as transparent to you guys as I can and be open and honest with you guys because I'm not always the cheery, happy-go-lucky guy. I wish I could be, but that's just not how my life is supposed to be. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to do some soul searching, I guess. I'm going to try to figure out how I can do more. I'm going to try to be a better person, learn how to be a better person. So, like I said, we've all seen in different aspects of life how a single person can change the world. You know, imagine if we all worked together and did something to change the world. Oh wow, I did not see all those comments.
Oh yeah, you're stocked up, brother.
Why is he doing that?
He can't see us or hear us on this broadcast, but
so I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching my rant session and my blab session. I love you guys. I would do anything for any of you, and I don't want anything back. I would. If there's anything that I can do within my power, I would do it for any of you guys. So, that being said, be good to one another. Be a good human being. Love one another. Do something for someone else without wanting anything in return. Don't do something to someone that you wouldn't want done to yourself. Do something that sucks every day. Be accountable to yourself. Because if you can't be accountable to yourself, you can't be accountable to anyone else. I don't know why that was a strobe light going off, but okay. Ditch your victim's mentality. When I say that, I don't mean it in a bad way. If you read the David Goggins or listen to the David Goggins book, you would understand. Not everything is happening to you.
Nope, not at all.
Ask what it's trying to teach you, and that's. I don't mean those. Like, there are certain situations where you people are victims of certain things. That's not what I'm talking about. But you guys understand, I think. What was another one? I had another one. Reach out to people. Make a phone call. Call somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe they're struggling. If you're struggling, reach out to someone. You can call me. I'll answer if I have service. It's been kind of spotty the past few days. But just be good people.
He's losing a little bit of signal right there.
You guys are.
Right now. So
I mean, I know.
Yeah. Connectivity issues.
You guys are, because
Michael Chappelle, absolutely. 90% how you handle it. 90% how you handle it. Keep your head on a good even keel and just deal with it, man. Sometimes
it's a long path.
Freaking don't deal with it, but all right.
We have a long way to go.
All right, he's having some connectivity issues. I would love to keep Kyle on here. Obviously, all of our other co-hosts have had to leave tonight. It's okay. We usually only go to about 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, but we're rolling on to about 10:40 right now. Definitely wanted to feature Kyle's live. We were trying to roll one of his videos before that, and then we realized he was live with a live update. He's somewhere in Arizona right now. The run is bringing out some emotions at him, man, and that's good. I mean, he's exerting himself. He's dude, on a freaking Air Force PT test. I got a lot to think about. Just running Air Force PT test when I did that, 2.5 years ago. But he is rolling. He was rolling through it. Please give him your freaking support. His Facebook down here, because he's my brother. His Venmo, because he's my brother. Because he's my brother. Use all the support he can get. He's obviously broadcasting on his personal page, Kyle Killinger. He is a co-host on Full Metal Crayon Eaters, usually on Thursday nights. He just now ended his live video. I think he was realizing he was having connection issues. Please go visit his personal page. His Because He's My Brother page. He's doing an amazing feat right now. Dude, 4 months. 4 freaking months, man. 4 months he's going to run across America to raise awareness for veteran suicide. After that, we're going to start doing something about it. There's a lot of programs that do. A lot of programs we feature on here that do a lot of different things. Felix has been on here quite a few times, completely talking about Sacred Heart, Retreat, Soldiers of Freedom Outdoors, jumpforvalor.org. I'm just rolling through them right now. Healvets.org, 6on6.org, vetsforwarriors.com, taps.org. These are just a few of the organizations that we've vetted and heard from through or some of our viewers. So please also visit gruntworksclosing.com and tactipolo.com. We did have Clint Sherb on last week, CEO. Genuine dude. Genuinely just loves to help freaking veterans. He's got Grunt Force Labor out there right now that actually hires a lot of different military veterans for hurricane cleanup, disaster preparedness, disaster cleanup, please get in touch with Tactipolo or gruntworksclothing.com. They have a link on their website for that. With that, guys, Sacred Mountain. What did I say, Audie? Come on, bro. What did I say? Michael, definitely look him up, brother. He's doing some crazy shit. Behind me is his map, which is crudely on my green screen. But he's cutting across the entire freaking United States. You're right. I apologize. Sacred Mountain Retreat in Black Hawk, South Dakota. Sacred Heart is a hospital in this region of the world where my wife used to work. So I did get that confused. So I love you guys. It's time for me to go to bed. It is 40 minutes after when we're supposed to quit. Pretty tired. Going to be up at 4 in the morning. So I love you guys. Please join us next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, Southern U.S. It's hot as shit down here still. So he's completely skipping us. Michael knows the heat down here. He's up there in Montgomery, around that area. It's pretty stupid sweaty. And I don't mind altitude at all. I love it. Fort Collins, Denver, that entire area. Lived, not far from there for a while. So, guys, I love you. Thank you guys for joining us. We are going to end it as soon as I can get to the freaking video. Take it easy.